everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode with us, Ginton Dice, a bunch of us nerdy friends
Who?
play Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah, plot twist.
So please just come on out, have a seat, grab a drink, and watch us as we sit at a virtual table and play shenanigans.
Like I'm 4 people at once.
Yeah, see, we have to. We're down a player, but he should be here very soon. But until then, our friendly Leroy has gave us multiple people that to make us feel like there is a crowd here tonight.
It's me, and Clay. In that order.
Clay's in the back.
Well, you gotta get yourselves in there.
Is Clay the hype man?
More than one. Oh, he's like
Yeah,
Speedwagon from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
He's the hype man to my hype show.
Alright.
Yes.
Well, why don't we go ahead and jump into tonight's episode?
Critical role.
No. But I did have a brain moment. So, where you guys last left off, you guys made it back to Fupoles, and after having a reuniting talk with Teller and kind of getting informing him of some of the things that you guys had to go through for a good while, as he did the same. You talked to Sona, who encouraged you guys to take a break and don't be bogged down in just here. That we guys should be needed everywhere. So you guys decide to take a month rest in a sense, and went off and done your own things with Arissa and Alec, who made a couple of trips back and forth from the capital back to Fupoles, helping Arissa's family gather some of their materials and kind of help them a little bit and build up the fortress that you guys were using that with Ace until he died. Then you had Tay, who went around to pretty much every city acting like a vigilante, accompanied with Podan, who kind of snuck out from his village and his grandfather, who was Teller, and tacked along. You guys all reconvened quite randomly back at the capital and decided to continue looking through there. You guys decided to head into the forest. More specifically, was talking to the witch that you guys have met a long time ago to see if she knew how to get to the Feywild. She mentioned the den that the wolves occupied. You guys went there, talked to Lucian for a good bit, and agreed on a set of terms to help him with this challenge that he's going to do that should place him as the right hand of this beast court. And you guys, in a sense, allowed access to the Feywild. And then once everything is said and done, everybody goes on their merry way. With a small conversation between Alec and Lucian, you guys ventured into the Feywild, into this place that it should almost just feel as like a dream of just how bright, how colorful, how majestic this area is. Even the trees that appear to be dying here still kind of give off a little slight of elegance to them. You guys following Lucian all the way to Aaron Alari, there, you guys kind of traveling amongst the crowd, going up to this what you could assume is probably like a town hall of sorts. But there you saw the three figures that seem to have a very huge interest or probably interesting characters that you guys are about to deal with. One being a kind of like a tannish lion, a red skinned hobgoblin, and a white furred bugbear. So, as we pick up, you guys are uh, right behind Lucian, kind of walking up the stairs. There's not like a huge staircase, it's like a few steps. Uh, where the other three of these individuals are standing. Um, and you can kind of hear like the talks in the crowd going on um, as the lion and kind of puts his hand out. We will be having our meeting today, and we will be discussing the events that's going on. We'll let you know what we settle on. Please be patient with us. The hobgoblin bugbear has already opened the door and started going in. Lucian following right behind him. You guys haven't heard anything from him, so you are considering to still be following him. So you guys follow in with the lion following right behind you guys, as two elves kind of like start to shut the door behind you guys. You walk down just a little hallway until you get to a decent chamber. In this chamber, you can see kind of like almost 4 desks, but it's more like centered around the room, so they're not connected. You guys kind of curve off to the right and sit at the very first right-ish desk. Lucian sits down, and there's not really any like chairs, so you guys are kind of like standing at the moment, and he kind of looks at you all. Should I get you a chair, or are you okay standing? I don't think this should take long.
It should be fine. We should be okay. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Very well. And he kind of just goes and sits down. And you can see the other three as they go and sit at their assigned desk. And it's kind of just silent here. There's like not necessarily a spotlight, but a light itself that is centering on the center-ish of the room that's generating the light outwards. And they're all just kind of like looking at each other until the lion speaks up. So, Lucian, what is this meeting that you called for? Well, as you know, our Lord has been taken. And he still has yet to claim a right hand. And if something was to happen to him, we would be without both. I am suggesting an emergency selection and wanting to nominate myself as the right hand. And once, if approval on all three of you, we can have matters settled and then try to figure out how to find him and get him back. You can see kind of like the Leonin just kind of sitting there, just watching, listening to the conversation. The bugbear is kind of like more leaned back. Just it seems like this is where he's really relaxed. And then the hobgoblin is definitely leaning in, kind of placing his chin on his fingers as he's really trying to listen into everything. So, we were to go straight to business, do you nominate me or not? Leonin speaks up. I admire your strength, and you have a lot. Followed by your pack, you're pretty well suited. I can back you. I still have other things I'd like to discuss, but for now, I can agree. The bugbear just kind of raises its hand. Ooh, ooh, ah, yes, I agree. You seem capable of doing this. The hobgoblin who's been leaning in. I will challenge that. Yes, you indeed have brute strength. That is no lie. But do you have the smarts about you to actually lead us to where we need to go? That is fine, and I accept your challenge. As a matter of fact, I would like to use one of your challenges, if I may. The relay challenge. Oh, the relay challenge. You're not quite fond of those, as they take a little bit more precise in doing things. I understand. But I'm here to try to prove that I am capable. If you would take a look at these individuals behind me, this is my team. To show that I can work with others, not just of my own clan. Interesting. Very well. Is there any stipulations that you would add to this relay challenge? I'd be more inclined to listen and to adjust anything that, if it's beneficial to both. Well, we are on the time clock. I would prefer it not to take exactly too long. That is my only request. Very well. He starts to stand up, and once again, you guys can see he's unlike some of the hobgoblins that you guys have fought way back then. Like, he's just skinny, but you could tell he has a sense of aware of things around that. He should know more than just what strength can give you. If you'll excuse me, then I need to go ahead and to get things started. If I have a few things coupled in mind, and I should be ready by tomorrow morning. So, if you excuse me. And he turns around, and there's like a curtain that's right behind him that he starts to step through, and the silence is kind of there as the Leonin speaks up. So tell me, how did you get the Leonin to follow you? Last time I checked, you and my clan wasn't necessarily so friendly. This one in particular is helping its own agendas. So at the meantime, it's helping mine. Right. And then Alec, you can see as he stares at you, and it's just you can see he's judging you, not necessarily judging you, but trying to read you, trying to look everything about you. You look familiar.
1 second. I'm just trying to look up something again.
You
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Mm. The light mains. What are you doing away from them? We could have used you on the line. And
I was
like as you're talking, even Lucian just barely kind of like turns to look to see what you're answering.
I was sent here on a mission from Barnaby himself.
What kind of mission was that? If I may ask.
Just to help some people.
When was this?
Dunno, some time ago now.
And you're aware of what's happened to our clan so far, right?
A little. I'm not proud of that.
No, neither am I. As he kind of changes his gaze back to Lucian. Because somebody's damn wolves that he couldn't control. They nearly slaughtered 2 of my own clans. I understand and I'm sorry. This wasn't my intention. It seems back on the material plane. I don't care as he like slams his fist and like stands up on the desk. Not standing on the desk, but stands up.
Disappointed.
God, the glitches. Yeah, it's like a Fallout glitch.
He's supposed to stand up, but somehow he's just already standing on the desk, like shirt off and everything. Why is your shirt off?
Rage mode.
But as
Definitely
he
pressing Alt 4, Alt 4, Alt 4, Alt 4, Alt 4.
as he stands up and he's just, you can see this like rage that's building up in his eyes, and it's just, I'm questioning if I really should be even allowing you to even get this far. I understand that there's other things at play, but and it's like you can see he's having to stop himself. Just I understand you. You don't understand my pain. As this echoish roar kind of goes through, and Lucian just kind of sits there. If you did, maybe you would have had this controlled. And kind of like just storms off, like kind of pushes the chair aside and storms off, going in his behind his curtains.
Riz just raised her eyebrow. So what did he lose?
Land?
Lucian just
People, right?
he just kind of sitting there and he's not saying a thing. And then the bugbear speaks up. Lucian, he's right. But forgotten your past they have. And
Shit, it's Yoda.
It's
And-
Yoda bugbear.
and kind of just does like a small nod to him and then walks off. And Lucian is just raises his arms kind of like to his face and just
I mean, this guy seems to be really upset about something, but honestly, did he lose his capital city? Did the entire kingdom fell to ruins? You have to give up half your memories to return an artifact made for gods, by gods. I mean, I think he's a bit overreacting.
you can
Just
Why make terrible deals with entities that are very dangerous and out of your knowledge of understanding.
He takes pride in his clan and kind of slightly jests to Alec. I'm sure you're aware of that. He's very prideful and yet suffered a heavy loss, something that we was expected to win.
That I can understand, yes.
Also, losing control of wolves. What's that about?
Yeah, what is that about? That's something new.
What's up with that?
I believe that would be Dimvik and the rest
Oh,
that
that
left.
idiot. That idiot.
He fled when me and your leader, whatever she is,
Lead us a loose word.
we stopped him doing a good bit of damage to him, but he managed to flee. And that's when we came and helped you. And he kind of stands up a little bit and just turns. And you can see he doesn't have like an angry face, something that you guys would be somewhat used to seeing, as he always took things seriously and like claimed his dominance, that people had to respect him. And this situation you see where he's just like, it almost feels like there was a weird influx of like, is there really respect, or is it just understanding of the situation that's going on and the dire of what's happening?
Okay.
And he's
Usually he looks a lot more angry. I thought that was like his resting face.
if you guys would like, I can have you escorted to your rooms for the night. You may wander around the city if you please, but just be mindful that at this current, you're still under me. And you can see it looks like he has a puzzled face about things, and he's just, the servants back there will help you. And he just kind of goes and he kind of starts to slowly just walk around the desk and kind of just go stand in the center of the room.
Well, do you want to get the fuck out of here, or do we just want to sit there and wait?
Yeah, do some exploring.
I mean, remember to. Never mind. I think we've learned our lesson by now.
If you're worried about me making deals,
I'm not
Don't
worried
have to
about
worry
making
about
deals.
doing
Concerned?
something stupid. I mean, I would be more worried about Potin than me.
He's just
Oh, yeah,
quiet.
yeah. I thought about him.
So,
It's the
what do you?
he's
How did you
been-
come across him again?
Well, he was apparently he was tailing me when I was in Scony, and I guess I was going back to the tavern that I was making into a makeshift uh secret headquarters, and I couldn't kill him, so
Hmm. Oh well.
then
Where's the what was a servant, right? That was supposed to.
Yeah, it's like when he said that, he gestured behind the curtains. That was behind his desk. If you guys go that way, as, as you kind of like move the curtains a little bit, there, it's just kind of like a what appears to be like a young elf, with very short black hair, and the robes that he wears is uh, kind of like not common robes that you'll see, but he's holding himself in a way, and he's just, if you like, I can show you to your rooms.
Sure.
And turns and starts to walk, and as you guys follow, he leads you out of the town hall, and kind of like a few buildings down. Uh, he stops at this one that kind of has like a banner sticking out of it, where it's kind of like red with green stripes on the outside of it, and it has looks like claw marks on it. And this is the your place that you would be staying for the night. Is there anything that you may need or require?
Hmm.
I mean, some sustenance.
I can have some brought to you very shortly. And turns and starts to walk away.
Man, these people are angry as hell. I wonder what the fuck happened.
Yeah. What?
Apparently, you're gonna be sitting here doing a lot of explaining, Alec.
Yep. You're in charge of this, so you're the one. We're expecting a lot from you.
That's a really bad idea.
If things go wrong, we can blame you for it. I mean, what?
Sure. Blame me.
I mean, there's not a lot
Okay.
of people.
It'll be fine.
No, we're not.
It's gonna be fine.
I mean, it's probably gonna be fine. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's more Lucian who's being beaten up by them. It's kind of interesting to see, to be honest. Man,
Yeah, I've never seen anyone make him speechless. That's really
I mean,
surprising.
I think it's just more because he knows that shit went tits up, right?
And it was kind of his fault. In some ways, not entirely directly.
I'm a bit unsure as to what's exactly going on here. People seem to be very, very upset about a lot of things. Yeah, and I don't even know they like no one cares to explain either. I'm like, hey, what happened? They're like silence. I'm like, okay, well, then don't tell me.
Hmm.
I mean, like we
Well,
just
if
came
Alec
from
had-
I mean, we literally came from a war zone. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys there?
I mean, I'm just waiting for them to come back with shit.
I mean, are
Just
you
looking
guys
around.
Food.
are you guys just going to stand outside the door? Or are you guys going in? Or are you guys like?
Oh, we're going in.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course we can. I thought we
We're
were already
going.
inside.
It wasn't known to me.
That's what we forgot to. That's what we forgot to do.
Um,
Whoops.
so yeah, you guys just head in, and it's very simple. It's there's about a couple of beds, a little bit more than that easily fits the rest of you. Um, you don't see anything like people currently living here, but it does look like it's been taken care of. So, uh, as you guys look around again, it's just basic, but it's neat. It does the job, and yeah,
Could I check to see if there's nobody like hiding in the room at all? Like
you can make
No, but-
a investigation check.
okay. Well,
You start to go and snoop around, looking under beds, looking in closets, looking in tiny holes, looking in big holes. You're not seeing anything that appears to be somebody sneaking or hiding.
we're clear.
Very well.
I don't know.
So, Alec, what do you know about this whole war that they keep on referencing but not sharing anything about?
Like, oh, this is your backyard.
I don't really know much about it. The war kind of started as I left, or it
The
started to pick up.
yeah
I guess.
the only thing you know was that uh, your your clan and other Leonins tend to mingle around the Kal Alanar,
Mhm.
and so it's kind of like there was little skirmishes between that. Uh, they're like dark elves, but they're called darklings, but they're not drow. So,
Mm.
uh, it pretty easily knowing where these darklings came from. But again, it was kind of just a little bit of skirmishes here and there, and it felt like it was slowly picking up when you left.
Okay. So yeah, Alec kind of like explains that little tidbit to the group.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know much about it beyond that. It hasn't really picked up till I left. So this is new to me as much as it is to you.
Well, it seems that they took a proper beating in whatever happened.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have made a difference here.
I mean, what's one person gonna do, right?
Kill
It's
one
like
more.
I mean, one person can sort of resurrect a crazy, power-hungry maniac, and that sort of leads to the destruction of the kingdom. And like, you give like a gem to an idiot who then picks up an artifact not supposed to be in the hands of mortals. What more did I fuck up? I mean,
You can keep going.
I think it's sort of those two massive fuck ups, and after that, it's just a bunch of small ones I've forgotten about.
Or making a deal with a wolf creature to kill your essentially your god.
Oh,
Then
kill your god!
being
Even
help.
was it that bad?
Yeah,
Oh my god! And you were never like, hey, maybe I should rethink this.
I mean
Until
not till what happened in not till when we first met we all got together is when I started questioning it. Before then,
mm,
but that seems like a long time ago. Almost seems like a different lifetime ago.
I mean, it's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while. No, it's like I'm just really confused as to what. Like you said, relay challenge.
Are we running? What? Like,
No, I don't know. I mean, relay. That's to mean that one person does something and then gives it over to the other person after that. I think normally.
well, no offense, Arissa, but you're not exactly
Not exactly.
physically.
No, I know.
I mean, you're smart, but I'm not sure if they'll let you use magic. And
I'm quite sure they would let me use magic. I mean, the Feywild is kind of sort of magical, you know.
yeah,
I mean, I'd be surprised if they wouldn't let me use my magic. I mean, it's well, I mean, if they don't allow me to use my magic, then I mean, I might as well just throw the towel in the ring already because you know I'm gonna be absolutely useless. Other than that, I mean, I can cheer you on from the sideline, like, yeah, go team.
I get a little Soul Hunter's flag and just start waving it. Go team!
Yeah. No, but I'm quite sure. Quite sure it's fine. I mean, I'm more curious to what we're gonna be facing up against. It's good. Wasn't the goblin who was like anti-Lucian? Think so, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
You guys hear a knock at your door as when whoever goes to open it, you can see there is a few of the uh, elves that have the not necessarily dinner that you guys ordered, but food that was requested, and it's kind of like like the fancy where it's been underneath the dish and all that stuff. So you guys let them in, and they come and kind of place down a feast in a way. And
Stay back there. Stay back there, Poden. We want to eat this first.
but I have other people to feed too.
Yeah, later when
You
we're done.
ruined my goat leg that I kept with me for the last three weeks.
Yeah, I'd
It
really
did
like
not
to eat
have that much
something.
mold on it.
I'd really like to eat something that's not rotten today. Thank you.
I will try to hold them back.
Stand over there, I can see them. Just stand in the corner.
Be gone, bot.
But the 4 elves that kind of have picked up the rest of the dishes and just nod, and 3 of them walk out, and the one that's still there is just, if you need anything else, yeah, if you need anything else, we're located within the town center. You can find us there, and we can assist in whatever you may need. Turns around and starts to walk out. So, you guys got your feast in front of you.
Okay, let's hurry up and
Eat,
eat before Poden gets
Eat, we skip. Okay, we've eaten now. Okay.
Okay. You can have the scraps, Poden.
Yep.
Thank you. And you see he just like does his hand, but you don't see anything. And you could just tell that even just looking, you could see some of the things like slowly disintegrating in a way.
God.
It really sucked eating my goat leg when he did that the first time.
How do you even eat it at that point?
The longer you eat it, the more flavor it gets. It gets a little tougher.
Okay. Yep.
Plus, it's an acquired taste. We couldn't go back to that country, so I couldn't eat it anymore.
A quiet taste. I think that's a gentle way of expressing it, I suppose.
So, what are you guys going
I've
to do
literally
for
eaten
the?
people, so it wasn't the worst thing I've eaten.
So
Wait.
do you want to go explore town or what?
It's
mean-
it's
Yeah, let's do it.
slightly past midday, so
That's fine. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
I wonder if they have like a. So this is like an actual city, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if do they have like. Since we don't have that on the material plane anymore because it's a fucking war zone, it's like. I wonder if they have like a magic shop over in this place.
Way to find out.
Let's go look.
Alright. So, you guys head out and start asking about. They do kind of like inform you that they don't necessarily have like the best of things. That
Doesn't matter.
that tends to be more towards the capital that will usually have more general, like more magic-y or spell castings, no, not spell, potions and stuff like that. So, but for here, they have, really, it's like a basic general store and a couple of taverns. But you guys can go around and investigate other places here if that's what you desire.
Maybe we
do
can
it.
go look. You can go look around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never know. Ooh, a penny.
If y'all 3 would just roll a d20 for me.
Exploration dice. 11.
12
Come on, roll that 13. Do it, or a 10.
or 10. Yeah, you got 2 ways.
No!
Ah, I ruined the dream.
You guys are cursed forever now.
Oh, hell no, not again. Not again. Not
Okay.
like this.
It's happened twice already.
You guys kind of going through some of the general, like, just kind of browsing. I mean, you guys have never been here.
You know?
They have some unique things, some things that you feel like you've either have seen before or have been told it does come from the material plane. Some say it came from different places here in the Feywild, but nothing ever elegant. Maybe simple clothing that matches the more of this court area style, which is uh like a few kind of like robes, but some parts of it are like torn, but underneath the torn spot, it's still perfect. So it's to look like it's in bad shape, but it's actually made perfectly that way. Uh, you have just different types of garments. Really, nothing that would tickle your fancy.
Man.
I mean, my clothes are still good.
Yeah, it looked fine. I mean, I was hoping for some interesting things, but I mean, you can't have it all, right?
Yeah, bloodstains bring out the character in these clothes.
What do you mean bloodstains? There's no bloodstains. I mean, I've been keeping your stuff clean the entire time.
Oh. That means it has no character.
What do you mean there's no character? You're supposed to look
It
like
needs-
no. Like you need to be presentable, especially when we're trying to convince them. It's like you can't go around looking like a hobo.
What's a hobo?
Homeless person.
As you guys are having this conversation, you do happen though, Tay, to kind of like as Arista's talking to you, and you just happen to look down. You can see about a couple of stores down appears to be the Leonin that was in the chamber with you guys, and appears like a few are like around him as it looks like he's talking to a couple of people.
Hey, it's that guy that was yelling at.
But he was talking like
Lucian.
who are the people? Who's the people he was talking to? What did they look like?
Some seem to be just elves. Some seem to be other Leonins. Um, again, there's a lot of people that you would think probably wouldn't necessarily be here. Showing how there's not that many options, like in store wise, for an example, you don't think there would be this many people for something in a city like this. But it seems like he's trying to talk to a few, but just other random people, nobody that seems like suspicious or out of place.
Oh, I was like, hey, should we go talk to this guy? See what he has to say.
Sure. Could be fun. Or
I mean,
dangerous.
I'm more curious as to why he's so upset, and I want to like sort of know, like in
Yeah, we
detail,
tried
sort of.
Well, we tried asking him last time, and they just
Yeah, but that
didn't
was
say
like in
anything.
front of, and that was in front of the people he's trying to like keep a face for, like right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go up to him, see what he has to say.
Yeah, there's not really much in the store anyway.
No,
Okay.
no offense. I just say to the person who's like probably shoe shop at this.
My goods are fan. Thank you.
Yeah, they're fine, but not what we're looking for. Good day.
You
Yeah,
guys,
I can't kill. I mean, I could kill somebody with clothes, but it's really hard to do that.
savages. As you
I can live
guys
in a cave.
kind of get close, it doesn't look like he's like spotted you yet, but he's just talking, and as you get close, you can hear that he's more of just, um, it's okay. When we get our home back, we'll get things back settled and go over the damages with everybody. Right? I'm sorry for your loss. And it seems like he's trying to reassure some of these people that he's talking to about damages.
Whoops.
Are you guys going to like chill and wait, or
Yeah, I'll just wait until he's like done having this conversation. Don't want to intrude, because if he intrude, he probably won't talk to us.
okay?
Yeah.
probably about 10-ish like minutes after dealing with some of the people, he's kind of like told some that he has to kind of start to go, and happens to turn and see you guys, and it's just, so what, are you spying on me now?
No, we're just
No,
waiting
we just
respectfully.
I'm just kidding. And he walks over and he comes in. As he stands, like, you guys can see, like, he's slightly taller than Alec, but
But
he is muscled. And just parts of that you can see that he has this presence. Not like of fear or dominating, but just like you can tell that like this person could probably handle things. As he's just standing there. Sorry about that back there. That's not typically what a lot of people see. But it was something I felt like I had to get off my chest. So, what can I do for you?
I mean, I don't know how much you know about what happens on the material plane. I know you don't really care, but I mean, having essentially the materials plane is a huge war zone and a piece of shit at the moment. So I was just curious as to what happened for you.
I do not go to the material plane that often, but it always is shit in a war zone, no matter where you go.
Yeah, just
No
that now it's
offense.
no, but now it's a shit show with influence of a banished god. Fun, right?
Well,
10 out of 10. Right? No, 1 out of 10. Sorry.
the thing
I
I
mean,
was
there's a,
referencing earlier, and he kind of also looked to Alec. Well, here, why don't we walk and talk? And
sure.
as you guys were just kind of like walking with him, and he starts to explain, our home, Ka Alenar, has been invaded and taken over, and was forced for a lot of us to retreat. We were dealing with these darkling creatures sporadically through the forest around us, but it wasn't nothing necessarily we could handle. It was not until a almost like an ambush that caught one side of us blind, and it was sure enough by the wolves that I do know that they used to follow Lucian. I am aware that something had happened. It was whoever betrayed him. He did tell us about it, but he still should have had more control over something like this. Well, we were not prepared for wolves, as the Darklings tend to do a different combat style. With the wolves, they charge in and pretty much dismantle our scouts that we had all around. Kai didn't even really see the invasion coming. Two of the clans stayed back, trying to hold them off while the rest of us can actually flee. I was trying to make sure everybody else was gone, but I couldn't stand there. And he looked to Alec, and the Lightmanes was one of them. They chose to stay back and try to assist the battle ragers in hopes that keeping them alive would allow a little bit longer in a defense line. Last time I heard, we wasn't necessarily too far from the capital when they fell. I don't know if they all died. I don't know if some of them managed to get out. But they have already cut our access between Kai and Herod. Yes, I'm a little bit disturbed at the moment.
So these darklings, do you mean those are the shadow fell creatures, I assume?
Yes. I'm not sure exactly how or why they are coming here, but they just started showing up. And we took note and tried to handle it, which was pretty easy until there was something strange about it, a shift in power. That's when things started to get a little bit worse.
The shift in power, like how exactly do you mean?
How and when?
Well, for the how, I do not know. I do not know what it was. But not everybody could feel it, but some of us Archfey can. This was a feeling that I haven't felt before. When it was a couple of weeks ago.
Does that line up when we fucked with Lily?
I mean,
Wisdom before.
you don't necessarily know how the Fae compared to the material plane work, but
Shit. They're guys.
there there could be a very solid connection between some of this, since some of the Darklings you guys had encountered as well. More specifically, Rissa, while it be at one time, you were encountered by them.
Mm.
So,
So we're talking about the whole subject of Archface and the reason why we are particularly here. We're looking for one Archfey in particular.
and who that might be.
Well, he was referenced before. It's Barnaby.
The Lord of the Beast Court? Why are you looking for him?
That would
Private
be.
reasons.
Well, that's the issue. When the rest of us got to Heron, he was already apparently his way to Kai, trying to help assist. When I found out, I was kind of disappointed that he didn't bring it up to me as one of the members. I should be out there helping you.
Oh, he likes to do things on his own, from what I've figured out.
Well, ever since I got the word that Kai fell, I haven't heard a single word from Barnaby.
Seems to be.
And
Do you think he's dead?
No, he's not dead. Because if he was dead, then my spells would rebound in a different way.
if he died, the Beast Court's magic, in a sense, will start to act crazy. There's a reason why we all have lords, and, well, I'm sorry, you guys are from the material plane, so you guys are not used to this. There's courts in a lot of areas amongst the world that mimic the material plane in some ways, if not almost all the ways. Each court represents a giant area of its inhabitants. For us, we are the Beast Court. More creatures than you would see in probably other like courts. Every court has its own system, its own magic. Without a lord, things start to get crazy. And if one is not put in place soon, it could start to mess up other courts. I've only heard of this happening once, but somewhere else, not anywhere close to here. And
What's
that,
that?
sorry, that's not something I tend to remember. But all I know is it took both the queen and king themselves to fix. And if they have to get involved, that's not necessarily the prettiest sight to see.
Yeah, Queen.
Yes, king and
I
queen.
mean,
of the
we're extremely unfamiliar with how this works because it's the first time we're here. And the information on the material plane is extremely limited.
yes.
Yeah, it's so far over my head. I swear. It's
Think of it as just this is a more magical realm. Well, magic tend to sip out into the material plane and kind of gave out the things that you guys know of now. Some of it, yes, came from higher beings from different realms, but a decent amount have seeped through the Feywild, and it's what helped influence the material plane.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I understand if you don't know too much, and if you guys ever make it to Heron, there is, I'm sure, a library or something like that you can find a little bit more research on. If
Oh yeah, it's fine. I'm just more like we can skip the whole super details. I'm more like king and queen. That's the more interesting part. It's like, so how do you have like, so you have this court, and are there like a king and queen that rule over all the courts? I assume.
yes,
of course are there.
So it must be that they're extremely powerful beings.
the uh, the queen is actually the northern region of us. She is of the summer court.
Mm.
We've both the life court and the mount court, which is the one kind of more below us and the mountain range above us. They have been trying their best to help us contain these darklings, and so it seems as they came out specifically to attack us, but we're not sure why.
Mm. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Maybe
Eh,
there's a lot of.
it's the
I have a theory, but I doubt it's correct. Anyway.
Well, uh, and you guys kind of like has been walking for what feels like an hour or so, just doing all of these conversations. Um, is as it seems though it is getting a little bit past time. There is the other things I got to do. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, it's more like once
Uh,
we're done with this challenge and Lucian, I mean, like, we're gonna help you deal with those. What are they called again? Shadowlings? Darklings?
Darklings.
Darklings. I mean, we need to get Barnaby back, so, I guess we'll be going to war again.
Yay!
Well,
hey,
we do.
you know what they say. What's fun in just going into war once? I guess you got to go into war multiple times. I guess.
Yeah, hilarious. I'm enjoying every second of it.
Well,
Hmm?
we could use all the help trying to find him. How do you know about Barnaby anyway?
Oh, Barnaby's
I think,
my.
I think Arisa just looks away a bit red.
uh, Barnaby's a friend of mine, at least.
Same.
Well,
Sip, sip.
well,
Has like tea in her hands, like such sipping
I
furiously.
mean,
Alec just
he
kind of looks at you
he
like.
he gestures to you,
Oh.
Alec, and he's like, "I understand you. You should know most of us here. It's the material plane dwellers that were just curious." And
Ah, yeah. There's a fan club. There's a big fan club of Barnaby.
Barnaby's an owl, for all you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Wait,
you know,
let me see how well Rissa is at hiding her shit, because this calls for a big deception roll here.
Yeah, I think Tay has to make a deception roll too. There's not necessarily a fan club.
You don't know that. It could be.
I'm pretty sure
You know
I
what?
know that.
I have a 16 lying around. Why not? My deception roll is a 22.
Mine's a 12.
Of course he ain't.
Hey, that's good for me. I got a -1.
He's just interesting. I didn't realize that he had a fan club. Well, that and how do you know about Lucian? How are you entangled with him? I think you're mute, Leroy.
Former enemies, like he broke an oath on the material, like in that fucked up a force on the material plane, and then we tried to undo it, but he wouldn't undo it, and you know.
Yes.
But then we need to get here, you know.
Oh, we used
Yeah.
to be neighbors. I guess technically, since we lived in the same force.
Yeah, I know well about the oath, and he said his reasons why, and Barnaby has scolded him a little bit about it. Is when it kind of started happening, but that's when things slowly started kind of getting out of whack, and I think he kind of chose to choose other options until he can get back to that.
Absolute shitlord. I mean,
But
for some reason, here we are, helping each other out because we both need things and are, you know, how things sometimes align properly for both of us, even though it doesn't make any sense. It is what it is.
I am a little bit too familiar with situations like that. Well, good luck in your challenge tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I have to know my name correctly. Okay.
When they say relay, what does that mean?
Ruku is pretty well in his challenges, and the relay it's a simpler term for some of us to say. He calls it something else. I have no idea. But it's where you do a set of challenges. Not necessarily alone, but you have a team depending on how many you wanted to take with you, and I've seen it take a month. I've seen some could take less, some could take more, depending on the challenge and what it's all about. But his is different, where you think it's just to get here and to get there. There's like so many different things you got to do, and it's not as simple as you think. Those challenges tend to confuse me sometimes. They change quite a bit. But it would be interesting to see how well you guys do, especially if Lucian challenged him using that. I figured Lucian would try to persuade him in some other way to get his vote, but it's going to be interesting.
Yep. I'm looking forward to being challenged in ways to help my former enemy become really strong and powerful.
Yay!
Believe it or
I
not,
mean,
Oh, huh.
we'll
You sure be
both
excited?
get something from it.
Woo!
believe it or not, though, Lucian is a good fit for it. That's why I still voted for him. He thinks a lot farther ahead, and does things some of us may not typically do, but it still gets the job done. And at this current moment, that's probably what we need.
Mm.
But anyways, I need to be going. And he kind of places his hand on your shoulder, Alec, and he's just, don't worry about them. You know they're strong. And then kind of starts to walk away.
This Feywild food is really strong.
What is really strong?
A little bit.
Oof. Should get that checked out.
So,
It seems that when the food isn't nasty and disgusting, if they can't handle it. Is that a thing?
Seems to be.
It needs to have like a specific amount of rot in it before it's good enough.
It doesn't need to
Oh.
be rotten. It's just you know,
Poden
fresh
Poden
kills
speaks
or
up
3
and
days
he's just
old.
like, I can help with that if you need.
No.
Not
Sounds like-
that kind of.
I can add a little bit of dust and you'll never know.
Sounds like
Ah.
he needs it to be really rotten. I think we should test this.
Yuck.
I don't think I want to eat anything that rotten. He could have that.
So,
He made a sentient goat leg. I don't even know what sentient is, but it was just
It's not sentient. That thing looked like a.
a worm. It was like a worm. It kept following us.
I can make another.
No.
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 I
This is
think that could be a great idea.
He was not expecting the double no from.
so Alec. I
Mm.
guess we're gonna go beat up some people later on, right? When we're done with this shit, gonna take some revenge, right? See if we can find some of your people,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
People.
Whatever's
pay.
left.
Don't worry, we're good at kicking ass. We're just not good at making deals.
I mean,
People will
you know
pay.
what the benefit is? At least this time we're killing something that isn't other people. We're killing shadow things, and that's just makes it a lot easier, right? It's like anything that's not Feywildish or
Moral-
us dies.
Less morally questioning, right? Is that the word?
Yeah. Although,
No,
Yeah.
they all die.
but what if
Or-
they turned your people and we have a chance to save them?
Well,
What if it
that's
turned your
the
people into
only
potatoes?
time that my people would rather.
Oh my god, why is everything going to shit everywhere? It's like the only I know why Lucian brought us here because we're good at fixing shit and like he knows that we're gonna do something about it.
He doesn't.
He also knows that we're good at creating shit too, unfortunately.
I mean, I don't think he knows that we fucked up most of the other things.
You guys are very good at fucking up things.
I mean, and if he
Thank you.
does, I'm impressed that he knows because I
I
don't
think
know
he'd
how
be
he would
dead.
know. Who'd be dead?
You.
I mean, he fucked up the forest. I mean, hello.
No. I mean, if I wasn't here, you guys would be.
Nah, I'd be fine. The other people would be dead.
I mean,
Alec kind of scratches his head. Hold on, Akuma is dead. Oh. Oops.
yeah.
That's
Can I get another sandwich at this food cart?
Where's this food cart coming from?
There was a guy like, you know you got to pay for this, right?
Just put some mold on it.
I'm just test tasting it to make sure it's good.
No!
Yes.
That's
I might
5
need another
gold!
sandwich.
Now that's 10 gold!
No, we've come a long way. Let us have the food free.
You can make a persuasion check. As he's just staring
Disadvantage.
As he's just
Hold on.
staring at this goblin who's just taking his food off his cart and eating it.
Oh, I need to get my sheet up. Sorry.
Your bacon's a little burnt too. Or is this not supposed to be bacon?
I don't cook bacon!
Ah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
I hate my dice.
Your dice
roll.
like
Oh.
your dice like yes, this is
I
okay.
hate.
Ah. Yes.
He because the fact you guys were standing there talking to Pyrus, he's just like, sure, whatever. Just he kind of like picks up his car, starts like pushing it away. Stop stealing them.
She's
Bye.
flicking it away.
See
Bye.
you, Lord. Thanks for the free food.
Oh, these are actually really good. You guys want one?
Yeah, sure.
Depends
It's-
how much mold have you put in it.
No, there's no mode on this one.
Huh.
Poden is like twiddling his finger
No.
right behind
Nope.
you.
No.
Stop.
No. I'm gonna put
I
you
will
in the.
break your fingers.
I'm gonna put you in the timeout zone.
Banish him.
Don't challenge me.
So what do you
You
guys?
will.
What do you guys going to go do?
I guess now that we're done, I mean, we might as well just make our way
Is there
back.
anything fun? Is there anything fun to do in this town?
Looks at Alec. Is there anything fun to do in this town?
No, there's no time for
What?
fun. We need to find my people.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to do this challenge first, remember?
Fine.
Like, what kind of games do you
Sandwich
play
guy.
in the Feywild?
Hey, sandwich guy that we stole food from. What's fun in here?
Pretty much the same in the other plane. What games? What games do you have in that plane?
I think the only game I've played in like the recent memory is that weird air cards game. That was weird. I still have the cards right here. It takes out the weird cards.
What is this?
Cards.
I mean, it's like a floating whale, and that symbol is apparently a 7, but it looks like a 9. I don't know why. It's confusing.
Those language sucks.
Yeah, it's awkward. Sounds like just like a balloon going empty. I mean, fuck it. Like I'm.
Alec
this
just
is
stops. What's a balloon?
So
Yeah, what is a balloon?
He doesn't know what a balloon is. We don't have balloons here. What is a balloon?
it's like a.
Can you describe the noise?
He described the shape.
It's like this. It's like a round. It's like a round thing with like a hole in it, and you blow it up, and then like starts floating and shit.
How
doesn't really
How
float.
does it blow up? How does it blow up if it has a hole in it?
Because you like tie it off, like you blow wind into it first, and then you tie
How
it
do you
up.
blow wind into it?
What is the purpose of a balloon?
Does it
No. There's no
does
purpose
it-
to it. It's stupid.
does it serve any purpose?
It sounds
No,
stupid.
it serves no purpose. It's just there because people are weird and they like to have weird stuff.
And yet I'm
mean,
the
there's
weird one
the-
with the goat bone.
Yeah, because that's nasty. This is just unnecessary. That's the difference. I mean, right?
The marrow inside the bone's still good though.
Not anymore.
Yeah, because somebody wanted to rot it. Odin.
What?
I
Like,
cannot
this
help
is this
that
gonna be
as
an
they were
issue?
hungry.
Is this gonna be an issue from now on? Like every time we have any food, it needs to be like 10 feet away.
I have
Yes.
to feed them. They are my friends.
How do you think I felt for a month?
How do you think they felt for a month?
I mean, they can still eat scraps and shit, and don't they like live off you?
Yeah, but they don't eat me.
They probably should eat you.
You probably should.
Why?
The way you smell, they must eat off you.
I can just give them other things. I just make a nice home. They don't eat their home.
I mean,
some
so are
animals do.
are they parasites then? So they can't survive without the host.
Kill the host?
So
Well,
what
if they
happens if
kill the
you?
host, then they die.
Would they find another host?
I don't want his friends.
I don't
But-
think I want his friends either.
Okay, we
But
don't
what if
kill
they-
the host. We keep the host alive.
But then the question is like, if I
For
would
now.
fireball him, all the critters would die, or would they just come back again? How does that work?
I think they would just come back.
Hmm.
I
But then-
mean,
But
I haven't seen them been put to flames.
what
We
try?
can test it.
We
I'm
can test
okay.
it.
Let's test it.
It's kind of like
I can heal it.
it's kind of like he's holding the air and he's just like, no,
I can
My
see.
friends,
I
my
can.
friends.
I can see exactly where they are.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
I can see that one there and that one there. And,
What does it
you know.
smell like? You burn it. Like, is it like burnt mold? What is that? I don't know. That smells too good.
It no longer exists.
He
It doesn't
can't-
smell anymore.
He's kind of like slowly taking steps back.
It's
That's
fine.
good. Further
just
away.
kidding.
Further
We're
away.
just, we're just kidding.
You're
I mean, like, it doesn't matter if you're that far away. Like, that only makes it easier for me to hit you.
He starts getting closer and closer.
No,
No,
that,
no.
no, that's too
no.
close.
He's now like
What the?
he goes and like buddies up with Alec, just shoulder to shoulder.
No. No.
Alex eating his sandwich too, right then and there.
And he just watches it like mold in front of him.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusted and just launches it as far as he possibly can. In absolute disgust. He's furious. And he just kind of like storms away from him, shaking his fur off like he's got parasites all over it.
Hey,
This
when
is
you
worse
walk-
than goddamn potatoes!
I mean, look, they're going back into him now. I can see them coming back to him.
It
That's weird.
it was kind of like a trail, and then it's like very little going back and forth. Like they would be back.
Oh my god. This is gonna be such an issue.
I can get you another one.
No, you can't get there another one. Get him another one. We have to get him another one.
The only thing that you're good for is killing potatoes. Otherwise, you're useless.
I mean, yeah, he is very efficient at killing potatoes in this way because you just give it to him and they rot away.
That's what we'll keep him for. Otherwise, no. You ruined my sandwich. I haven't had one of
You would
these in months. How dare you?
Yeah, they were great. I had 5 of them.
Motherfucker.
Well, you had like
That shopkeep's gonna be really.
4.5. They were really hungry.
Well, I was hungry too. That's why I ate 4 of them, or 3. I gave one to Arissa and then one to Alec. So, yeah, 4.5.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
So as you guys straggled your way back to the place that you guys were staying, anything else you guys are doing?
Hmm.
Like as you guys even kind of come back, you can see like on the actually no,
Just got
as you guys came back, like all of the mills and stuff like that is clean. Like it's been cleaned off. It almost things has been like put away. Almost like nobody had a feast here.
Efficient.
They even got the one with the mold, all that mold on that plate.
I'm never gonna get over this. I'm gonna go lie in bed. I'm gonna go just stare at the ceiling.
Okay.
Who is she
Contemplate
next to?
existence.
Who is she next to? Is she next to Poda?
Well,
No, hell no.
there's almost like about 8-ish like bedrooms here. So it's not like when you go into the room you have so much space. It's kind of like you go and you have a room and like maybe like underneath the bed, kind of like a cabinet in a way to store whatever smaller things. But other than that, it doesn't seem like again like people live here, so the space it wasn't necessarily needed. But they're all individual rooms.
I'm just gonna go lie down in the bed and just stare at the ceiling,
Alex taking
contemplating
the
life.
The furthest bed away from Poden as possible.
Okay.
He's
Oh,
done.
he's just gonna
He's
come
mad.
back and just be like, "What's
I-
going on? What?"
Sometimes I love some of your guys' characters. Okay, so you guys are just going ahead and sleep for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and. Now, wait. Crap! He took my my goat bones. I can't use that to call upon Maylor. Shit. Okay, let's see what I got. I'll take out the toddler book, the goblin book.
Toddler book?
Yeah, it's a
I
thing.
got a book for I got a book for
Learn how to read.
Probably
And
need to
then
give
I'm
that
gonna-
to Poden.
And then I'm gonna put 4 of my hand axes in a triangle shape around the book, like in front of the books, and see if that works to call on Maylor.
Okay.
Fucking goblin trying to
Make-
contact the god.
Make a religion check.
You can't lie. This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's fun as fuck. Doesn't make sense.
There.
Okay.
Like, how would a goblin try to contact their god? Fucking hell.
So you put all this stuff kind of like in a little ritual like state, and you kind of like sit there and you try to meditate, and you fall asleep. You've had way too many burgers that you're just like, I'm done. No contacting. So, as you guys all wake up, if you're not full rested, you are now.
Yeah, it was a good meditation. I felt more connected than I ever had.
You guys getting together. There was kind of like the breakfast thing that was placed out. As you guys try your best to eat with this new arrangement as well. You can even see every now and then, like as like a piece of food or whatever that was moved, there was like a mushroom that seemed to just have grown out of nowhere, and so it's like you guys having to figure out how this eating arrangement's going to work. But you guys were then
I
led.
get one more mushroom on this burger, Toadette. I'm gonna shove the mushroom right up your ass.
Hell no. Not more rotten food.
So you guys were then escorted back to the town center, and you guys were kind of let in the way you guys were let out last time, which is kind of like through a little, kind of like, I guess you could say more of in the back, but it leads to the same little area that was right behind like Lucian's desk. And in the hallway, kind of like with the curtains closed, which like on the other side of the curtain is that open chamber. You see Lucian, who's just standing there with his arms crossed as he turns to face you guys. So, did you guys have good enough sleep?
For the most
Pretty
part.
nice. At least it was in a bed instead of
Nope.
on the ground.
I don't need food around Toadette.
Noted. So, the challenge is pretty much there's going to be 3 stages that we have to go through. Each stage has, I believe it's 2 challenges. Depending on how we handle the challenge, generates points. And we keep going through these 3 stages, completing these challenges, assuming these points, but we won't know how many points we assumed until the end. I am not necessarily fond of these challenges. They tend to get on my nerve. So
Why did you recommend that then?
because it would be the best way to try to get his vote. If we can beat him at his own game, surely he will then give me his vote that I need. And there's another reason, or that is another reason why you guys were the perfect for the job. So,
Well, because we're lunatics capable of solving stupid problems.
you're not shifters that tend to have the same mindset. It's easy to control others when they have the same mindset. But you guys have different mindsets, different ideas. It kind of just worked out in my favor, in a way. So, I will not be taking the lead, but if there's, but
Great.
I don't think there needs to be a lead. We need to see what the challenge is and figure out how to handle it together. If we want to try to beat them, he is solid at these challenges.
So this won't be a
Fine.
fight. We gotta use our. Ah, shit. We gotta use that muscle.
Who knows? There is fighting. The thing is, it's not the common way that you would normally handle. On another note, this is a place you can't die. So don't panic if you feel like you died. It will just kind of kick you out of this sphere that we're going in. Okay?
Sure.
All right.
Man,
This meanwhile, this seems weird.
He opens up the curtains and walks out, and he goes and sits at his desk. You guys kind of come out and sit, or stay. Actually, this time there's like some chairs, so you guys sit kind of like right behind him. You can see the other three are already there as well. Both Pyres and the Bugbear seem to be sitting at their desk watching Rakul, the Hobgoblin, who's kind of like standing in the center of the room, kind of like with this diamond. It's about like the size of your hand, as it's kind of just floating and spinning, and you can see he'll reach up and kind of grab a little dot and almost looks like he puts it into this and then pulls out something else. And as he kind of looks like he tosses it to the side, it just fizzles away. And he's just, it should be done. Well, Lucian, are you ready? Looks back at all of you, almost like a confirmation if you guys are. Yes.
Go collect those acorns for the side mission.
We are ready. Good. So he kind of ushers out his. You see, it's a couple of other different just hobgoblins. There's some that seem more built, and some seem to be like a little bit more agile. And as he brings them, they kind of stand behind him, as it is in a sense, like 5v5. Now, we won't necessarily be starting right next to each other, but we'll be starting in a similar ground. When both teams is set, you will give the word. You will give the word pepper. Once you give the word pepper, a light would flash, and we will commence the challenge. Good?
sure.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Alright. If you can follow, and you can see like the people that's behind him kind of like places their hand on like his back, and as he goes to put his hand kind of close to the gem, it almost like almost looks like they all get squished together and then get pulled into the gem.
Oh,
And-
Jesus!
And then Lucian just turns back. Just put your hand on my back, and then we'll all head in together. And as you all do that, he puts his hand to it, and you all feel this, almost like this bond where like it pushes all of you together, and it's like there's no room, but at the same time, like it just feels extremely weird, like a pull and stretch.
Yeah, we
And-
just get mold in our mouth.
And all of you guys get sucked into the thing. So, as you all kind of go through this, it takes it a few seconds, right? Like, you feel your mind, your conscious is like racing to something. And as it kind of stops for a second, you all kind of like getting your balance a little bit, and you can see kind of like where you are. It's just a nice plain like area, right? There's just small grass. There's nothing really around. When you look in front of you, okay, yeah. When you look in front of you, it's almost like an ever-expanding jungle. You guys kind of like getting your bearings together, getting your eyesight and your hearings all together. You can even, Arissa, for you, you can actually see pretty good. Just about a distance away to your right is the other group, as they look like they're stretching and just making sure, checking their gears and stuff like that. So, is there anything you guys want to ask, discuss, or whatever before? If
I
it,
just look
if
at
it,
Lucian. I just look at Lucian. So, jungle.
this is the first stage. Uh,
Okay.
from what I remember, the jungle is the first stage, mountain is the second stage, and then a plain is the third stage.
A plane as in like fire, air, water.
No,
that
like
kind of plane.
plain of grass, just
Oh,
a plain.
oh, like that.
Yes. No, we do not. I mean, I think he had. No, I'm not going to get on to that. I hated that one.
Alright.
So,
I
anyways.
mean, okay. Well, I'm as ready as we can be. I'm not gonna waste spells to before we even know what's going on.
Alright.
So I'm good to go.
Well, this could take us a while, but it would depend on how well we track through this. So, let's just keep our heads together and we'll get through it all. So, you guys, between you three, until Clay should be joining us here in a moment, I want you three to roll a d4.
Like a D4. Like a D4.
All of us or just one of us?
All of you. I want to see who gets to go first.
Flash roll D4. 3. 3.
All right.
Hey,
Marissa, high or low?
High. Always high.
All right, you get to choose. Who do you want to roll first? You or Alec?
I can roll.
You
I can roll first.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d8.
It'll be 7. Boom.
So
3 now.
okay.
Called it.
You guys
On the money.
as both groups have stated, Pepper, you guys see like this just giant greenish red explosion, almost like fireworks in a sense, but it's just an explosion of sparks. It, in a weird way, kind of looks like a pepper though. As you guys start to go through this jungle, let's see. Okay. Now, Arissa, go ahead and roll a d10. This is your what did I call it again? Your turn roll. So this is how long it takes you. So it took you. You guys have been in this jungle for 4 days so far.
Swatting at mosquitoes. Fucking shit.
As you guys are going through this, there's been some weird moments just amongst all of you, just because not only with your recent new companion, but now your other new companion, every time, like, as you guys travel, it seems like you guys tend to travel pretty well. Besides all the bugs that's coming around sometimes, just trying to actually get through tangled bushes and vines. Even when it kind of comes to times that you guys took breaks, it's like Lucian kind of slowly separates from you guys. He doesn't go far, but it's just like he's it feels like he's just on his own for a moment. But as you guys are traveling, um, both Tay and Lucian had stated, guys, I think something's coming. And
All right.
you guys kind of having like a chance to like prepare yourselves, kind of get out of certain ways and certain areas and try to almost hide as just this giant like mantis like creature that just kind of comes out and it's like starts ravaging this area that you guys are in, and you all go in and start to try to fight it. Well, actually, what do you guys do as it busts in? Right, it just emerges through the trees and it's like starting to tail up this place. Looks like it's trying to attack you guys. Is there anything specific that you guys are going to do? If you're going to attack it, or if you want to try some other certain way, what is it that you guys?
I'm gonna cast polymorph on it
Okay.
and turn it into a little sheep. And it's gonna roll a 4. It's gonna roll a 4 in that save. So whatever its whatever its wisdom is.
Okay. Okay, so you, as it's kind of going through and just cutting all these trees, Lucian, is jumping back. All you guys are ducking and rolling, getting out of the way. As Lucian's like, looks like he's kind of getting his fist ready, and you can start to see like a little electricity kind of coming off of his fist, and he's like, "Are we about to fight it?" As he yells.
As I point at it.
You point at it, and it's just like this kind of like small like dust kind of happens, and then there's just bah,
Look at it, so cute.
and you can see he kind of just lowers his fist for a second, and the like electricity kind of dies off, and he's just, well, I mean, that's effective.
I mean, what's the challenge? Are we supposed to kill it? Are we supposed to, like, how do we know what the challenge is?
I think this, as he points to the creature, is a challenge, but it's how we do things determines.
I mean, it's stuck there now.
Well, it's not a threat. We can
How
just.
high can you throw it?
No, don't throw it. Like, remember, if you do damage to these things, they become themselves again. Just leave it there.
We can just keep moving then, and it'll probably just leave us alone. How long can you hold that?
3 hours?
That should be enough time. Why don't we go ahead and get a move on?
Oh, sure. Like, I mean, we can. You know what? Just for safety's sake, I'm just gonna dig a little hole, put the sheep in the hole, so it can't run around, and then just like, okay, now it's in that hole. Let's go.
Okay.
That sheep's gonna get eat. Like some predator's gonna take a bite out of it, and it's just gonna.
That's why I hid it in the hole, so it doesn't. They don't instantly see it.
Okay, so let me do one thing.
As we're walking away, I just look at Lucian and say like, "Oh, so this is the reason why you brought us, right?"
Well, you guys have very strong capabilities, and I wasn't necessarily looking for you guys, but when I heard that.
Oh, that bitch told you instantly. What? God damn it.
Who?
The hag. How do you know why we're looking for you? Like the only person who knew was her.
When Leokin came and informed me.
Oh fuck. No. I thought you were like, I thought you knew more than you knew. Ah, unlucky.
Going on about that witch in the woods?
Yeah, well, I asked the hag how to get to the Feywild, and he said like, oh, you're gonna have to go ask your friend. And I was like, who? Ah, fuck. And then I thought she told you. Well, whatever.
She just sticks to her own little mush side of the area.
And a lot of undead goblins.
But you guys continue away. go ahead and
Da,
roll
da,
a.
da, da, da. Here we go now.
Go ahead and roll another d10.
What's the roll d10?
No, this is
Me
you.
again?
Yeah, this one's you. You got to finish this one. This is the jungle stage that you are doing.
Hey,
One.
man.
Okay.
I don't know what a d10 means.
That was the turn counter. This is now 5 days that you guys have been in this particular stage. So
Like, I need to roll.
you guys
Ignore.
you guys continuing your way. Once again, it's just kind of like a weirdish feeling of it's been like 5 days like this. But you guys happen to come across kind of like a you don't necessarily bank on it, but there is like a kind of like a small lake, and Lucian is just like, I'm gonna go ahead and head over there and just go wash up. So, and he kind of just goes and walks off over there.
Could the water be acid? Should we be careful?
Like, I don't know. Looks at like, it's like, he like, does Theodore like realize that I can just clean him off without water, right? I don't think he realizes that.
Let's not tell him.
I mean, like, why does he think that I always smell nice and never am dirty? It's like, probably figured out by
I
now.
think I've
Baths are a
haven't
foreign
seen you with-
concept.
I mean, I haven't
Right?
taken a bath. I haven't taken a bath in years because I don't need to anymore.
Oh.
Neither
mean-
have I.
Yeah, but you're nasty.
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 Stinky.
Did you see what I did to that mantis? You know, the mantis is stinky sheep.
Are you
That
guys?
sheep was pretty clean. What do you mean?
I mean, okay, yeah, true.
Are you guys
I mean, it was a
doing?
friend- it was a friend.
You guys doing anything for this night?
I mean, we're just looking at Lucian bit
Water.
more. Like, we're like keeping like an eye on Lucian to make sure that he doesn't get jumped by something.
No, as far as you guys are aware, like, it seems fine. He just kind of goes over into an area that's relatively, distance. That if you guys wanted to watch him, you would have to go a little bit towards him.
I mean,
I'm
does
not
that,
watching
does it,
someone take a bath.
I mean, like, or is it just like looking at him from a distance? It's like, takes up the glass. I don't think I need to see it in that much detail. I'm just keeping a general eye in that, like, on him. Not.
But
I don't need to see his junk. Thank
with
you very much.
with like
He's your
kind of like
giant.
30 minutes to like an hour, he does come back, so everything seems fine.
Put on my glass again.
So
We're good.
See if the water's actually made of acid. Dip a finger in it.
Full of acid. Like, look, he just came back without being covered in
It's-
acid. Why do you?
it's
Well, I was gonna
You-
test it anyway.
you
just
go to
make
put your
sure.
finger in it, and it's actually like nice and warm, like not like burning, but just like this is the perfect to get in to swim type thing.
That's kind of hard to swim since I don't know how to swim.
I mean, there's shallow ends too, but
Yeah, screw it. I'm going in there next.
So,
I could teach you how to swim. Never mind.
if you guys ain't doing anything else,
Cannonball!
go ahead and do another D10, Arissa.
Ay. 5. Hey.
Hey,
All right.
we're at 10.
If you will go ahead and roll a D8 for me.
Okay. D8.
Bah,
2.
2.
2.
Dos.
Okay.
Dos potatoes.
So, as you guys are traversing through the rest part of this jungle, and you guys are hold on, something else randomly came to mind. As you guys were traversing this area, you guys putting up a really good pace of trying to quickly get through this. And sorry, I meant to say earlier, that's what I messed up on. Because so far you have rolled a 4, a 1, and a 5.
Mm.
That only means you have done 3 days in here. It's just that's kind of like how far you traveled
Mm.
into a total of 10. So my
Mm.
bad. It's been 3 days, not like 4, 5, 10. If that
Oh,
makes
so we hit 10 now.
Yeah, so you hit 10, but like it's only been 3 days in this whole thing.
Okay, like in that sense,
Yeah.
I get it.
Sorry, I messed up. I was kept trying to think. I knew I messed up on something. Anyway,
So the rolling is the distance and
yeah, a D10 is
the-
the distance. The D8 is the challenges.
Exactly.
But as you guys are kind of going through this area and you're putting a solid, good pace in, why don't everybody go ahead and roll a perception check?
Hey! Wait, we're in a new day. Fuck, I need to reroll my shit again.
13.
Let me roll perception, which I have advantage on because of my stupid things.
Mine might be lagging.
Yeah, but you got a 19 on the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a 19.
Okay. Both, like Lucian started to say this almost like right before you, Alec. But both of you pretty much started to say like, everybody stop. And as you guys kind of like started to notice, there is a bunch of these really big plants, but they're like the petals of them are spread open on the ground floor, and they're littered all over the place. And you guys are like in the middle of all of this.
Oh, fuck. Did we miss this in the first place?
Yeah,
So-
with that perception, I probably should have noticed them before we got there.
You guys were moving at a fast pace. So, anyways, what are you guys going to do?
Does it
Be
give
plant
off the
greener?
feeling like? Is this like Is these plants more carnivorous?
Yeah, these
I
are
don't know.
type plants, right?
You know, I can check it out in a really safe way. I'm gonna have my unseen servant like walk up to one and like push on the leaves.
Okay. As it goes and pushes on one of the leaves, it kind of hesitates for a moment. Like you see the leaf kind of pushes down, and nothing seems to happen. But then you can feel like your servant getting like, I guess you could say eaten, as it just slamming your servant into it and like trying to ensnare whatever type of prey it managed to get.
Unlucky. That's not gonna do much for you. And I just resummon the servant next to me again. Well, that's that. I mean, that's that checked out at least.
Well,
I don't. I kind of want to just get away from here. How about that?
how many of them
Um,
are there around us?
Is it just
Not
around us
just
or like really far
rot
away?
them.
It's like around you guys. Like it's kind of like as you guys were, because you guys were putting up a really good pace, and it's just this happened to be an area you came across in. You're not exactly sure how many, but with you at this moment, there is a decent bit. You guys can continue going forward, but like you would have to make some dexterity checks to see if you can do it carefully, or unless you have other options.
Is there trees
Can-
above us that we could climb up on?
Can Poden just rot them all?
No, because these are like okay. I think
Yeah,
the
just
whole
joking.
rot. No, the whole rot thing. How that works is that it probably won't kill these things in time. I mean, I think these probably are a bit more healthy than potatoes.
Aw.
Let's see. How many
Maybe we
people
could
are
climb
we?
up a tree.
I mean, how many people are we? We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Fuck.
You do 3.
I can only do 3 people. I mean, I needed to do 4, but I can't do 4.
Well,
No.
you could do you, Alec, and Podan.
Oh well, no. Wait a minute. We don't like. We're cool. Like you can like. I just look at Poden. You can turn into a bird, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's 9th level that druids can turn into birds. Let me just double check it. Druid
Ninth.
shifting.
Oh gosh, I hit my phone.
No, not fucking World of Warcraft druid shapeshifting. Hello. D&D. It knows that I play fucking World of Warcraft.
You mean World of Warcraft? Huh?
Yeah, he should be able to. Yeah, he can do flying.
You've taken over the world. Do you need my help with that?
So, Tay, you go together with Podan. You because he should be able to easily carry you on this bird, and I'll just cast fly on the three of us, and we'll just fly over it.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Sure.
So, because I don't think like, or I could also transform into an eagle, but that would be, I mean, sort of what we want, right?
I mean, at this
We-
moment, you're in like again, you're in a jungle, so like, if you
That'd be hard
if
to-
and when you transform, it is kind of like in a block like area. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, but just be
No, I mean,
cautious.
probably the normal.
Sure.
We'll just use we'll use the normal fly so that we can like it's easier to dodge because we're like little people instead of a giant eagle flying around.
Okay.
Does Poden have fly as a druid or no?
Yeah, so you can turn into an eagle or an owl.
Like a giant eagle down now?
I mean, yeah, you can turn into giant. Yeah. I mean, that's gonna be like him taking a risk, though.
Let's not do that then.
I mean, we can just. I mean, it depends on how far this goes, but I can just come back and pick you guys up with another fly spell if you really want me to.
It doesn't seem like it goes on forever. It does, like, you can see like looks like a clearing of this area. It's just at this moment you guys are just trying to get through it.
Let's just do it the easy. Let's just do it the easy way.
Welcome, Clay.
Hola.
I'm just. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cast fly at 5th level on Tay, Lucian, and Podan. And I just say like you three, you can just go fly over them, and then I'll just dimension door together with
Alec.
Alec.
Okay.
How does
Very-
Lucian look when he's flying? How does Lucian look when he's flying?
Um,
Does he fly with grace? Does he fly really awkwardly?
there's a little bit of awkwardness because of the fact that it's not like he flies, but for somebody that you could only assume that could be his first time, he's doing not that bad.
Nice.
So,
I
with-
just think Alec, let's go for it. Right.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
But with that, you guys, after getting past the plants area, and you guys continue tracking for a good distance, keeping mind of the surroundings, you kind of come to a little opening area, and it's realize that you're now out of the jungle.
Do we say pepper again?
No, but
Do
now.
we say salt? Do we say salt now?
Or do we say like paprika?
Now hold on. Give me a second to do something.
Or is it mozzarella?
Oh, for Clay, we just memed around a bit, and then now we're doing the challenges. So the first challenge that we got was a giant mantis that was looking dangerous, but I polymorphed it and just walked away. And then now we had carnivorous plants, where we just flew over and dimension doored past.
And then we also made it a point to where we are not allowed to eat. We don't want you being around us when we eat food because of your moldy mold.
Yeah, you're rotting
My
our food.
friends are fine with that. I'd rather not them get eaten. So yeah.
Oops.
You molded Alex burger and he got real mad because it was the first burger he had in the Feywild in months, and he angrily threw it.
It was funny.
Makes sense. Have any days passed?
3.
3 days?
Yeah, remember, you can't look at the calendar.
I'm not,
Feywild
that's
3.
why I'm asking.
Feywild 3
I'm
days.
making sure. I'm making
So
sure.
this would be the 4th day in the Feywild?
Yeah, it's
No.
when you guys start this
It's
next.
the 4th day in. It's the 4th day in the Feywild. Yes.
Yeah, somebody will be starting the roll on the 4th day. So Give me a
No,
second.
we're on the fifth. We're on the yeah. Okay, but we also had one. We also had 1 day in the Feywild before we did the challenge.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that too.
So
Okay.
4 days in Feywild.
So give me a second to let me do this.
Mortal Payton.
And
And now, you guys were just flying over the plants as I joined.
No, we're done. We're done with this first challenge.
Okay.
Like we came to like a little open area. Now and then we're done. So now we're gonna go to challenge place number 2, which are already mountainous place, I think.
Yeah.
The first one is a jungle, the second one is mountains, and then the third one is like grass plain. Or a plain of grass, whatever. Got confused.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys got out of the jungle, and you can see, just like, and it's weird in a sense, as the jungle in like the end of it is just like a giant straight line. As you guys kind of come out, and you can see as the terrain slowly starts to shift, from like the jungle like floor to a more rocky like terrain, and you see you guys traveling upwards into the mountains, having a wondrous hike through this. So, I'm going to use Alec this time because you tied. Go ahead and roll a d10 and a d8. 1d10 and 1d8.
Wait, me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
You.
Mm,
You shall.
And
Okay.
Right.
3
Hmm.
and okay. Let me do this. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Okay. Um. As you guys are starting to walk up this mountain, and you get to the point where, like, if you guys could go a little bit higher, like, you'd be in the clouds in a sense. But there's little dips, turns here and there that you have to kind of go around. Um, as you guys are kind of going through, you start to hear a noise, and as you get closer and closer, it sounds like crying. And as you guys kind of bank around this like rock a little bit, you can see what appears to be a small like little girl. She seems to have like little scuff marks on her clothes, and she's just kind of like holding like a teddy bear, and she's just bawling her eyes out.
Yeah. Don't worry. I was a superhero for a month. I have a PhD on this.
What?
I was
Uh,
her
I don't know.
sidekick.
I'll go up to the little girl. Are you okay?
She's I'm lost. I can't find my home. I don't know where to go.
If you come with us, you'll be safer than being lost.
You'll help me get back to my village?
Sure.
I'm gonna be like standing a bit back, and I'm gonna cast detect thoughts on the thing.
Do I trust this thing?
Okay. You get like no thoughts.
Mm.
Do I trust this thing?
Do you trust this thing? I don't know. You can make an insight if you like.
10.
It's a child. crying, lost, and alone.
Maybe I could carry her on my shoulders.
No, don't make the same mistake.
Jesus.
Don't make the
Don't
same
make the
mistake
same
your
mistake.
grandfather made.
Twice.
So
I don't get any.
Same mistake. What do you mean?
Oni.
You wanna know why
Oni,
he was bald?
grandfather.
Oh, you're talking about my grandfather.
Yeah. I just like side with Lucian. I'm just gonna go like, I try to detect its thought, but there's nothing from it. I don't think we can trust this.
Oh, I- not that I've tried, but I do know everything in this place is magic. So it wouldn't necessarily surprise me if it had no thoughts.
So, what the telling me that we just is this like the challenge deciding to help or not help?
Well, clearly, I would like to think this is a challenge, but it is a decision. We can either waste time and help, or we can continue moving forward.
Well, I already agreed to it, so that's awkward.
Okay, well, sure. Can roll with it, I guess.
It's up to you. Do you want to? I mean,
I mean, I don't trust anything in here, so.
I personally would keep going, but that's just me. I think I would kept going through a lot of things. That's just me.
I mean, that's what we've been doing so far. I don't know what you're complaining about.
I'm not complaining. I'm making an observation. That is all.
He's totally complaining. Oh, guys. Yeah.
So, what are you guys going to do?
I said yeah to the taking her back to her village.
I looked at Alex like, what do you think, Alec?
I don't trust this either. Something doesn't seem right.
Okay, if we don't trust this, detect thoughts and nothing. So like when I try to dig deeper, there's nothing there.
Doesn't make sense. I don't
Then I'm
trust it.
asking Jose if I dig deeper instead of just surface thoughts. Is there anything there?
It feels like static.
Hmm.
Like it's not something that you're familiar with. Usually creatures, all different, shapes and sizes, have some sort of thoughts. But going off of what Lucian said, that this place generates magic, like, take that with what you think.
Okay, well, fine. Let's see what this kid has to show us. I mean, it's a challenge after all, right?
Okay, so you guys are helping the child.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So as you guys pretty much help the child, she gives you vague descriptions on where to go, what she remembers, but it feels, if any of you want to make a, either a history or intelligence, or a history or like investigation, you can, but it's nothing too major.
Okay, I can do an investigation. Why not? Natural 20.
You guys are definitely traveling backwards in a sense, but you do bring the child to, you hear like the sound of like a village kind of like up ahead, and the child is like really excited, and it's like kind of you guys like kind of like let go of the child, and she does start to run to the village. And do you guys like continue looking to see the village, or just kind of let the child run?
I guess we're just
Like
gonna keep.
she seems like this is like she's happy about this area. So
I mean, I guess we can give it like a 5 minutes.
I mean, does the village look okay, or does it look like it's full of like evil?
Well, I mean, if
Thing.
just kind of go and look, you can see, um, it is a village of Onis, but she is greeted by one of them as it kind of picks her up and like spins her a moment, and she slowly transforms into like a childlike Oni, and they go on. But you've done the challenge.
I just look at everyone. See, you would have made the exact same mistake as your grandfather.
Yeah, that's how he ended up bald.
That and being tortured.
So
Probably.
helping people's a mistake. Got it.
No, and helping Onis.
No.
Normally.
Helping Oni's her mistake.
But you guys
I
just
took him.
helped an Oni.
Yeah, but
We didn't put it on our shoulders.
Anyway, let's continue. We
Putting
did.
people on your shoulders is a mistake.
Yes. Well, we did a good job. We can rest easy knowing that we helped this magical Oni.
So,
let's get moving.
you guys, turn around and try to retrack the same steps you recently took. So.
But with my natural 20 investigation, be fine, right? Right?
It's not that you get lost. It's because you helped. You will now have a -3 to your next roll because that's how much time. So, Alec, if you'll go ahead and roll another D10.
Motherfucker. I mean, time doesn't matter anyway, so it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't necessarily matter, but
hey, would have been nice.
9. All right, so take 3 off of that. That's a 6.
6 plus 3 is 9.
Oh,
9 out of 10 now.
Go ahead and roll a D8 for me.
only you would have rolled a 10.
What do you roll, a 2?
2.
Oh,
she didn't roll.
you gotta re-roll it.
Oh.
If it's a 2, 6, or 7, you gotta re-roll.
1.
Oh.
Okay. This is fine. Alright, so as you guys trying to recover a lot of wasted time and try to put extra effort into this of moving forward, you guys start to hear kind of like what sounds like the way this works out. Kind of like, I guess you could say a wailing in some way, kind of like from a creature, but it sounds like it's distressed. As you guys kind of like barely bank the corner hearing this, and this time you don't just blindly go around the corner. It appears to be, you can hear like, okay, yeah. You can hear like a lot of dust kind of coming up, like it sounds like a creature stomping. And as the dust slowly kind of settles because the creature's like getting tired, you can see it looks like a basilisk. But one of its legs seems to be caught in some sort of trap that is keeping it there, and it's not able to get out. What do you guys do?
So it's a basilisk who's stuck in a trap.
Pretty much.
Okay, I was nice to the Oni girl, but this seems like a terrible idea.
Let me like Orisa takes out the book. Let me have a quick look. How far away are we?
I would just say like 100-ish like feet.
No, that's fine. I mean, since we don't want to fight it, I'm just gonna cast Fabricate. I'm just gonna destroy. I'm gonna turn the trap into just a harmless cube of metal next to it. So over the next 10 minutes, it's just gonna slowly decompose essentially and turn into a metal cube.
Okay.
Should be able to free it, right? Does it look like metal from here?
I mean, with your glasses, it should be easy to kind of see. Plus a little bit of hard with all the dust kind of every now and then from the creature. It appears to be of some sort of metal, so yeah, it's easy enough for you to shift it out. And you do that, and the creature kind of like stumbles slightly forward a little bit, and it seems to be happy that it's been set free.
I just look at everyone. It's like, what are like I wonder what so the challenge here is that fuck I know it like this is like what is it always this kind of weird challenges where it's like haha if you try to help it's gonna look at you and then you're gonna be stoned, fuck you.
I've
Nasty challenge.
seen a couple of different ones. They all seem to be very interesting, to say the least. Um,
Did you know we once fought basilisks in a tunnel and we completely demolished them, not even looking at them? That's insane. Oh no, not me. No, they did apparently. I wasn't there. Correction. I heard
Oh
it
yeah,
from. I heard it from Suburra.
that
It
was
was pretty.
fun.
It sounded pretty epic. This is actually the first time I've ever seen a basilisk in real life.
interesting. Well,
Yeah, something with people being, you know.
as you guys are kind of saying, it seems as though the basilisk, as it's like really happy. You notice the trail that you guys would continue going on tends to go up and around some more stuff, and you see the basilisk just starts to almost like bulldoze its way through.
Okay. Should we follow it?
You guys follow it?
I mean, is there another way?
Is it still kind of going in the direction we need to go?
In a, if you guys want to make intelligence check, you can.
Yeah. Oh, what? It's an intelligence save. Oopsie. -4. That's a 20. Dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
3.
In
3.
in a way, you kind of looking, you can see the trail that you guys would be walking seems to go away a good bit, and it kind of looks like it curves around, going up a little bit. He feels like he's just going straight through, but it looks like it eventually would get to the same point.
We could follow that curve, right?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna end up at sort of the same point, so it's more like, do we want to go behind it so it doesn't see us coming from the other side? Or do we just want to make, because it might take, like, you know, a lap around, and then we meet it
Follow
directly?
behind it. It wouldn't notice us.
I mean, let's just move a fair distance behind it.
Okay.
I mean, I could make sure it won't notice us.
Sure. I mean, if you can make that happen, then why not?
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Ah,
Okay.
sneaky.
So as you guys decide to follow the tunnel that it seems to be just carving through at a very slight, like a unnaturalistic pace, but it's just going through. You guys get a +2 to the roll. So I'm making it where you guys had done this challenge or this stage 2 days.
I mean, as long as we don't roll a -2, we should be fine. Right?
No, we just
I'm adding it to what you guys have done.
Oh.
So that, because regardless, a die is not really going to change too much. So,
nice.
But as you guys are kind of following it, it's just kind of like a little bit of weirdness in a way that it almost seemed like as you guys started to kind of follow it, it almost looked like it like is trying to look to see if you guys were following, and then it turned and continued going. So, as you guys are just kind of walking through here, it's dark. You can't see.
I'm gonna change my vision to dark vision, because I can do that. I can see again.
As you guys are just kind of like walking through, Lucian is just kind of like just slightly, behind you guys, just walking. He doesn't really seem to be paying attention to anybody, but he's just looking out, minding his own thing. Anybody want to do or say anything here?
Oh, I'm just gonna look at the other people. It's like, being a wizard is pretty useful in this place, right? I mean, look how many things we've just avoided by my weird ass spells that don't really fight much, but they're useful. I actually have almost no damaging spells at the moment. It's pretty awkward. So if we get into combat, you know, I'm not gonna be super useful. So you know. She's sipping on tea again. So if we're getting into a fight, you guys have to like carry the weight. I mean, so you know.
Well,
I've only been in a few fights with. Can I call you by your name now, or is it still
Yes,
the?
yes, you can.
Oh, okay. With Tay.
you guys keep
Fight
talking. I
away.
got to do some things.
Anything interesting? Or like was it
There
just
was
your
once the
usual
guy
bro?
who got incinerated by the big gold thing.
But did you actually fight him, or did he just get executed?
He
We
got
fought him
executed.
before
We
he
already
got executed.
we had him captured and we had him tied up. And then he came flying in and executed him.
The ashes smelled nice.
Did you know that he's like unstable? Oh, I told you, right? I told you that he was unstable.
Mm-hmm. He did.
I wonder what's going on there, because like that incineration seems kind of. What did he say exactly? Was it like punish? Some people need to be punished properly, or what? What did he say?
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo. You know we're gonna have to fight him at some point, right?
Oh, I know.
Gonna be awkward. I mean, you know that I'm completely useless against him because he sucks the magic out of people.
So
That's gonna be
sounds like.
interesting.
Well, he can fly, so it's gonna be hard for me to stay in front of him. You know,
I mean, I guess the best way to do it is to, like, just to set up some anti-magic zone for it. So who knows? Fight it mano a mano, right? Anyway,
Sorry,
we
give me
walk in.
one more second. Yeah, I'm just finishing up their part. Okay. Going to be interesting. All right. Okay. So now Tay and Clay, or Tay and Podan, both of you roll a d20 to see who gets to finish off this last stage. As you guys like finish through, kind of walking through this cave. Again,
You did the 3 and 3, and then the 7 and 7.
let's see if you can do it one more time. As you guys kind of like finish walking through this cave, this basilisk was kind of like sitting off to the side in a weird way, just kind of like resting. And as you guys were like very cautious because you were afraid of what it could do, it's not doing anything to you guys, and so you are just kind of continue walking, knowing that you are like now starting to reach the next stage, as it looks like the mountain is on a decline, and you guys are starting to see this this vast plain that has like a little bit of hills here and there, but you can even see the wind as it kind of blows through the hills, blowing the grass. So we are on our third stage. So that means, Podan, I need, go ahead and roll a d10, and then roll 2 d8s, because you gotta do 2 of them regardless. Alright. D10 is a 6, and an 8 and a 4. Okay. Let
We see buffaloes grazing in the distance. Great Plains of America.
They are nice looking buffaloes.
Hell yeah.
Alright. So.
Why is that one so shiny?
That
Oh,
one-
it's a shiny buffalo. It's
that
one of those
one's
rare ones that I'm
mine.
trying to
Leave it
catch.
alone. Do not touch my shiny buffalo.
Like, it looks so shiny and that's a slightly different color. What?
Okay, so you guys just making a solid plan going through. Not plan. Sorry, you making a solid pace going through the plains. Um, Arissa, you happenly notice the other group a distance away,
Yeah, look at those motherfuckers.
but it seems as they do not notice you.
I just look at everyone so questions now. Do we want to So I look at Lucian again. So
First blood.
you're looking like you know how this works. So if we fuck them up, what does that do to them?
First blood.
What's first blood? Is that an achievement?
It is.
But I look at Lucian. What
we
happens?
know what the achievements are in character.
No, nobody knows in character.
No, that's why I'm asking Lucian. Like if we fuck them up, what happens?
Let's see if he knows this.
History check.
This is interesting, but no, I don't know what could happen. I haven't really been put in a situation like this. So just keep in mind from what you guys have done from the previous challenges.
I mean, I don't really feel like fighting them. I feel like it's kind of pointless, to be honest.
So what do you guys do?
I think what do you guys think? I'm not really in the mood to fight them. I mean, let's just keep going the way we've been doing, right?
Maybe we can get past them. I don't know if we need to fight them.
I mean, if we want to get past them, yeah, we can just go invisible and then they won't be able to see us. I mean, if you want to do that.
It's not like you guys are like right next to each other by any means. It's still like, you know, a good distance away, but it's just that you notice that they are a little bit of ahead. In a sense, this is a chance if you guys wanted to do something to them that could mess them up in some sort of way, because they again are following the same achievements as well, that anything could help or ruin in a sense. So so that's why I said keep in mind of what you guys have done before and what you're going to do in this, because again, easy solid mess up. You could mess up something that they could have going from what they have completed already. So
are they like walking clustered together?
I mean, yeah.
Let me just look at something real quick.
I know one spell that does a whole lot to clustered individuals. I don't think it's what you're talking about using, but
No, it's like
Fireball. No.
I mean, I could do that as well from range. I mean, that's not the whole thing. Like I could like start Gatling gun fireballing them from range. So that's not really.
I'll become an
Should
eagle
I
and
just?
we'll just fly above them and just start dropping fireballs on them from above.
Cole's having too much fun with this.
So I just look at everyone. So do you want me to like? If you want to, I can delay their progress for a bit.
Delay it how?
By locking them into a little dome. Let me just have a quick look. I need to do like let's see. Yes.
Do you need to get close without them noticing you?
I mean, that's not an issue. I can just go invisible.
Well, I was going to say, if you can turn the both of us invisible, I can also make us pass without a trace and become an eagle at the same time. or an owl, so I'm even stealthier.
I just need to know what you guys are going to do.
You can do that.
I think you're.
Yes, druids keep concentration in animal
I
form.
just want to let you know you're slightly overplanning this.
No, we're not overplanning this. We're making an epic execution.
No, that's fine. You can do you.
I mean, my dog is planning this too. He's
That's-
helping us.
I see him.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing?
He's climbing the mountain. I like how he's just staring at you like peasant.
Peasant. Oh, dig.
I am the king of this.
Okay,
am the
okay.
king
I
of
just
this
I just go to Poland. Like let's go delay them for a bit,
Alright.
shall we?
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah. You turn to the owl,
Yeah.
and then I'll
Well, I
cast
was-
invisibility on both of us.
Okay. So you guys, as you kind of take off and you quickly dart off in that direction, you're pretty much, we'll just say 50-ish like feet of hovering above them.
Like as we're hovering above them, I'm gonna. So they're like all grouped up, right, in a little cluster.
I mean, yeah, it's not like heavy clustered, but there's some appear to be having conversations. Some seem to be just like on the lookout for whatever they're looking out for.
I just whisper to Poda and like get us a little bit closer.
I'll get closer.
So
I
gonna-
understand being common still.
I'm gonna like push my servant of the bird like in the middle on the middle person and have them like poke the middle person in the cheek.
Okay, so you're going to summon your servant pretty much near the
It's a-
middle person, and then just have him keep poking.
And I just poked them like twice, like in the cheek, see what they do.
Okay. Let me see out of. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the person. Are you just choosing somebody at random, or
The one walking in the middle.
okay?
Like so that's sort of in the middle of them.
That's the other beast member, the Rakul, the Red Hog Goblin.
Mm.
Okay, so
You said
you summon him, and as he kind of appears there and starts like poking him twice, and he's just like you see kind of like moves away a little bit and sees like he starts to cast some type of magic.
As he's busy casting, I'm gonna sub the spell cast Wall of Force and doming him and anyone who's within 10 feet of him.
Okay. Anything else?
And then I'm gonna say like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, you're now visible, but I'll start flying.
No, I'm gonna wait. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna say get the fuck out of here as I dome him.
I'm still invisible, so I'll just fly out. So Arissa's just hovering midair now.
Okay,
Hate the nerds.
that's fine. You
hate us, I gotta hate.
as it's happening, like the one that was up front as kind of like walked into it, and they like starting to realize that they are trapped inside of a dome. So okay, I'll take that into consideration.
And then I'm gonna dimension doors back because I can.
All right.
So they see like a person maybe flying and then suddenly gone.
Yep, that's good enough. Okay.
And I'm gonna keep it up for like normally it's 10 minutes, but I'm gonna keep it up for half an hour because of my meta magic.
All right, good job. So
As you get back, I'm like, haha, that should stop this shit for a bit. Good job.
okay,
I think we overplanned it, but it was pretty fun. Fucking who?
You can turn back now.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
okay, I didn't change this one.
Bye, Conan.
I'm
Okay.
We'll
walking
always
5
remember
feet.
you.
Every round, and then eventually I just shift back and start running after you.
Okay.
Because owls only have a 5-foot walking speed.
Idiot.
So, as you guys continue your travel, go ahead and roll another d10 for me, Mr. Podan.
Oh, a 10. Holy shit.
Okay. So as
The D8
Vroom.
as well.
so as you guys kind of over this course, taking your rest as it is, even at night, the stars itself actually seem to be crafted in this and looks really well. Um, you guys kind of able to talk amongst yourselves, and Lucian kind of a couple of feet away or whatever. But anything anybody wanted to do for this night?
Anyone? So, we're doing pretty good so far, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Seems like it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a fun, like, it's a more relaxed way of doing things. Like, normally it's life and death, right? This time it's a bit more relaxing. Let's just
I
look at
mean,
Lucian over in the distance.
Mostly so far, things have just been beating up people who were much weaker than us while I've been with Tay.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I guess for you it's sort of the same.
I mean,
pace.
before that, things were mostly just death and death.
Yeah, that's sort of how it was for us as well. Apart from we weren't being tortured, but it was a lot of death and bad things.
Yeah. Don't worry. It
How did you actually get free?
yeah,
Sona,
how did
Okay.
Sona find you guys?
Well, she had the thing,
She-
right?
yeah, she explained it to us. She had a tracker.
Hmm.
Was it
Oh.
implanted into your grandfather?
Nothing was implanted into him that I know of.
Isn't it the tokens that we had from the guild that did that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
For some reason, I
Well-
just imagined he had like a little GPS tracker in the back of his.
In the back of his
So,
skull.
Well,
Yeah.
if it was in the back of his skull, it would have been pulled out by the Oni.
Nah.
Oh, wait,
Mm.
maybe it was in his maybe it was somewhere else, somewhere where the Onig didn't reach.
It's Sona. It's like Sona could just like press the button and.
Alright. Well,
Oh, like Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
If so, she probably would have used it. Her and him aren't on good terms.
No.
well,
Well, at least she freed you.
if
Something.
if this is about it,
I
then
don't think she came to free
you
him.
guys waking up and continuing your journey, and you can see kind of like right on the other side, there's like I mean, in a weird way, a sign that shows like this is the finish sign, and so you guys kind of start to book it as fast as you can, trying to quickly get over there.
I cast invisibility on all of us.
Okay.
I cast
can.
Pass Without a Trace as I see this happening. That way we'll be even stealthier.
Okay.
I cast
Rage.
Rage. Yes.
All right. Well, as you guys all make it through this the finish line, there's kind of like two little explosions that kind of go up and went off, and
Pepper and salt.
you guys
My
were
eyes!
the first to finish.
Hey, did it.
But
Pog.
let's just see, just to make sure, because I still got to do theirs. So let's see. Okay. Wow, they already done that one. Hey, nobody has done that one.
As we just stand there, I drop invisibility. I just look at Lucian and it's like, so that was pretty smooth, right?
Yeah, that was a lot different than the way I would have handled things.
I mean, that's why he brought us right instead of a bunch of shapeshifters, because then you had to fight everything. Hmm?
Yeah, well, we tend to have a one-track mind.
Seems like this is like, do you have many wizards in this place? Because it seems like a wizard is like perfectly suited for this thing. Like a lot of my spells that normally would make that much sense would make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is a bit more on the magic side, as both me, or not both, but the other three, including me, are more aggressive kind. Tend to be a little bit more in our nature.
Probably sitting there being salty now that we got through it so easily. I suppose he's been watching us all this time.
I'm gonna use you, Tay. Roll a d20 and pick either odd or even.
Let's go even. Nope, odd.
Okay. That sucks for them. Okay.
Like you said, yeah, okay, that sucks. Wee.
How many days has it been so far?
You have to give me a moment.
All right, sorry.
It's been 1, 2, and then another 2, 4, plus 3. So that's 7. 7 days in the challenge.
7 days in the challenge or 7 days in the Feywild?
8 days in the Feywild.
Okay.
7 days in the challenge.
Okay. I would have had to.
You know what would suck? If we
Mhm.
went to the Feywild and we've missed like a century back on the
Yeah, that would be sucky.
material plane.
That would be really fucking awkward.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Walk
Oh,
out.
wait, no, I'm actually your great niece.
Or what's gonna happen instead is like we're gonna like we've just spent here so much time, and then we come back to the material plane. It's literally been like 2 seconds. They're like, "Hey, are you back already? What do you mean? We've been
Hey,
going
did
for
you,
like
did you finish your job?
it's like we've
You
been
didn't
going
have
for
enough time
fucking
to
months.
finish.
We've been going for fucking months, and they're like, "What? It's like 5 seconds to us."
No,
Like,
no, that's like 5 minutes.
What's really happening is Tom's going backwards. So
oh, we come back.
to just throw you all off completely.
We come
We're
out
like,
before Zoe went into the lantern.
it's
And
like,
you
"Hey,
guys
so
meet
motherfucker."
Zoe pre-lantern.
It's like, "Hey, so motherfucker, don't go into the lantern. You're gonna be
Don't
stuck."
go in the
there."
lantern.
I'm like, "Hey, can you take us with you? Let's all go into the lantern and be stuck there."
Okay, so you guys for sure finish first.
Hey. We did it, boys.
As it feels like it's been a little bit, but you can see them coming, trying to catch up. It's they will weirdly do. I'll have to explain this in a moment, but they do manage to get to the finish line, and as the kind of like two more sparks kind of go off, showing that this group had finished as well. You can see they're kind of like huffing a little bit because they were trying to quickly get up here.
Could I've trolled them? No. Could like blocked them before the entrance for like half an hour. They're just standing there like dicks.
Just put another wall of force right there. Hey.
You guys
Do
started.
a dome wall of force around the finish line so they can't actually go through it.
No, that won't happen. But you guys did notice while you were waiting that you're pretty much back at the beginning of the start line because the jungle is like right there on the other side.
He looks like we've been going in a circle.
But as you guys had finished and they finished, you notice that kind of like you hear like out like almost like it's echoing amongst everything, just the beep, beep, and you can see things are slowly disappearing. And then Lucian is like, all right, same as before. Everybody just hold on, and it's about to take us all out. So as you all put your hands on his back again, and you can notice they're doing the same thing, both of you pretty much get sucked through and back out into your respective places.
What would happen if we weren't touching you?
You'll be left behind.
You never know. As we're going to take a break real quick. So, we'll be right back.
Is your unseen servant here?
We'll be right back. So please grab a drink, any refreshments, and it gives me a second to calculate some stuff. So, yeah, see you in a second. Well,
Well, no, we're
welcome
the
back,
Beatles,
everybody.
too.
So instead of keeping you all guys waiting, we're going to go ahead and calculate through this point system, and Cole is going to calculate the group's accomplishments, as Clay is going to calculate the opponents. So, first off, the first achievement was if your character reached the finish line at 10 HP. Now, all of yours technically, if you had to fight, I would have lowered it down to 10 HP just to make things easy. But you all passed that.
We have never lost any HP.
So,
An HP.
Cole, that
Yes.
is 2 points per additional person that managed with 10 HP. So that's what, 8 points?
10.
With
Well,
five
Lucian-
Oh yeah, Lucian. I forgot. I'm him at that moment. All right. Then you guys got true health because you never lost a single HP. So that is 3 points per additional person.
15.
25.
Let's see. You guys got the Peacekeeper. So you guys did no fighting at all.
Hey.
That is 2 points. Let's see. This one's kind of an iffy. You guys didn't necessarily talk to anything, but you did handle things without fighting, so I will give it to you guys.
They talked to the little girl.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true, but that's not what I was going for, but that's still fine. 2 points for Diplomat.
Hey.
And I'll consider this because you guys did everything successfully without something backfiring. One of the stars, I'll give it to you. Ambassador. You done everything succeeding with what you were trying to do. So that's 4 points. No healing, no savior. Let's see, what did you guys do?
We had the Mantis, the Oni Kid, and the plants. And the Basilisk.
Okay. Yeah, I can give this to you. You guys will get heroic, 3 points.
Heroes.
That's more of taking like the helping action almost every single challenge, and so you guys pretty much have done that. And you can't help the opponents. That would have never been something you could do, so that's never counted. Just so you guys
Yeah,
know.
we actively cucked them, hello.
You guys get first place, 5 points.
Hey.
Let's see. Yeah. You guys get not today. That is 1 point for each person that passed a skill check, and so you all passed the skill check, which was those plants. So that's 5 points.
Does Arissa get team carrier?
No.
Individual extra points.
You do get red versus blue. You did something to the enemy team. So that's
Hey, PvP.
that's 4 points.
Hey.
I'll give this to you guys as well. Slow and steady. You get 3 points. And I'll give you storyteller
Hey.
because you guys did a good job explaining everything that you were doing. And so that's 4 points.
Hey. Many.
So, Cole, what is the total?
57 points.
57 points. Good job, guys.
I mean, we did the no fighting route, which seems like, considering where a lot of our points came from, that seemed like the most
We
efficient
didn't
route
lose
to do.
any health, and we were pacifists.
Yeah.
So that seems like it was the right choice.
Well, I'll explain things later too. That other route you could have took. So let's see what they've done.
Yep, I'm ready.
They did that. Okay. Okay. Okay.
We're at their
So they followed pretty much the same route because they were not fighters. So they all get 2 points for the 10 HP.
So that's 10 points total. Were there 5 of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
They also get true health as well, 3 points per additional person because they didn't fight anything and thus they did not lose any health.
So they're up to 25.
They did the Peacekeeper. They got 2 points.
2 total.
Yes.
Okay.
They get Diplomat and Ambassador, so 2 points and 4 points because they were doing things pretty solid on their end.
They're up to 33.
They as well get Heroic, 3 points.
36.
They unfortunately do not get first place.
Losers. You're first losers.
They get not today, so that's 1 point per each person. So that succeeded on a skill check, and they've done that, so that's 5 points. They chose not to do anything to you guys, so they do not get the
Losers.
red versus blue challenge. They do get the slow and steady, and that's 3 points. And I'll leave it as that. The last one was just more for me. So
You ready for the total?
Yeah.
44.
Hey,
Alright.
easy.
I kept track.
Yeah, you guys did pretty solid. So, as you guys all have came out, you can see that there is some of the elves that you've seen before that seem to be more of the servants seem more taking notes. And they were monitoring each team on what they've done successfully. They were aware of what you guys, in a sense, of the challenges and the achievements. So they were calculating your points. And as you all kind of came out, I know his name, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, Rukol just kind of comes over. Well, whew, you caught me by surprise on that wall. You know, I guess I took you for granted. I should have took an advantage while I could, but I wanted to see what you really could do. So I feel like this is probably a loss on my end, but I am surprised as he turns his head to Lucian. You surprised me. This is the first time that you've beat me in one of these challenges. And he's not saying anything. He's just, thank you for your praise, but this was a team effort.
Wow,
Like,
this is
Arisa-
your
Arisa on the
effort, man.
Arisa on the inside is just like, yeah, damn right.
She carried our team. I just say it out.
He must really suck at these challenges usually then.
He looks over and he's like, I can obviously see why it's easy for somebody of her caliber. And don't hold it too much against him. These challenges are always different and unique. There's some that does require force, some that do not. I tend to keep it a mixture to really bring out the mind of somebody. But
You mind taking a step back? You're breathing in my friends.
Yeah, that's mold. He has mold and fungus around him.
oh, I'm aware. This is the Feywild after all. There's more worse things than that here. But it's
I seen
okay.
a mushroom grown from a burger the last time he did that.
Bye bye.
Alright.
Good night.
Good night.
But
Good night.
I think this is a good job. I think you guys did well. So, and he kind of looks over towards the elves and he's just, come on, let me see it. How bad would you do? Well, Team Rukal got 44 points, and Team Lucian got 57 points. Oh. And there's kind of like a clap, and you can see the other two members who are like kind of like in their chairs doing like a soft kind of clap as well.
Soft clap.
Well, Lucian, the deal is the deal. You have beat me in my own game. While I would like a rematch at some point, but you do get my vote. How long has it been since we've been in there? It's been a total of 8 days that you've been in this realm. Well, that's a lot shorter than what I'm usually used to. But back to work as usual. I guess the preparations is almost done then? Yes. We would assume, seeing how Lucian's team finished first, that you couldn't have been too far behind. So tomorrow in the evening, the ceremony can begin. Very well. Lucian, I bet you're happy. You're finally getting something you've been after. He's just kind of quiet. He's just, if it would help us all, I would do what I can. And he just kind of like does a nod, and he's just, if you'll excuse me, I think I need to go ahead and head out and be preparing. Very well. And he turns to the rest of you guys. Well, thank you.
I thought you'd be happier than this.
Once the ceremony ends tomorrow, we are done with our deal. And you may pursue whatever you are in pursuing.
I mean, we already know. We had a chat to your one of your friends over there, and it seems that we're probably gonna have again similar goals again. AKA beating back the Shadowfell.
Well, at least I know your skills and a little bit more personal now. So, if you guys need anything, you can ask one of the servants to find me, but I'll leave you be. And he kind of just turns around and he kind of just places like a hand on your shoulder as it just kind of like a little pat and kind of walks on. But you can see people are kind of slowly just starting to leave the chamber, as it seems as since this is done, the votes are in that Lucian is going to be the right hand of the Beast Court. They kind of have to go ahead and start preparing for other things.
He's hand of the Beast Court.
So,
Oh yeah, for you by the way, Classius, you weren't here. I think you weren't. Yeah, you weren't here when we figured it out. Barnaby is the leader of the Beast Court, and he's missing. So
I was starting to assume that at the end of last session.
yeah, well, just because I
My
just
character
realized.
knows nothing about Barnaby, so I wasn't gonna ask any questions.
Yeah, he knows that now at least that we're looking for Barnaby, and he's like the lord of this place.
what?
I want to meet the owl.
Versus like, oh yeah, the owl. Like You know, it's like I'm still too scared to pull that thing out. Maybe I should, but I'm scared still.
So, what do you guys do? As it seems like as the chamber is slowly, being depleted of its audience.
I look at
I
Tay.
mean,
It's like
we
I
gotta be
think
here
that's
for the ceremony, right?
yeah. I think so. Do you think that shoulder pad meant that he recognized the fact that he was just along for the ride and we did everything for him?
Yeah, I think it was a sign
Yeah.
of respect. He went from being so cocky and self-righteous and a kind of a jerk back in that cave to kind of respecting your abilities.
Oh, you think he was bad then? You should have seen him when we first met him.
Oof. Oh yeah. That was the thing. He also killed someone. One that stuck out her neck for us. Looks at Tay.
Can I roll an insight check and see who she meant?
Yeah, go ahead, roll an insight.
I don't remember if Teller was there when they met Lucian the first time.
No.
I think so, but I
No.
don't remember.
No,
No,
because
but so
you guys technically met Lucian the first time working for Lily.
That was with
14.
Soda.
what do I roll? Do I roll anything against her? Or just good enough? I don't know.
I mean, she's trying to figure out who you're in referencing about.
I'd say roll a persuasion. See if she can figure it out from what you're saying.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Natural 20 for 26. Because I have a 20 lying around. I want to use it.
Hey,
26. Does
you
it help?
feel like it's somebody you know, but at the same time, your memory's gone a blank.
But is she did she betray us?
No.
That's the real question.
I don't trust
She
her.
betrayed Lucian. Anyway, I guess we should just go wait for the ceremony and then see what's up. I mean, we could go around to ask some people about the shadow things if they've heard anything, like the Shadowfell creatures.
Shadowfell.
Is there like an important place in this stuff? Like does any building look official, like big?
The one you're in.
Fuck. I'm just gonna go around and look for someone that like knows that like looks like they're keeping track of stuff, like one of the elves, I guess.
I mean, you can make an investigation check.
I like rolling for that. Where's my investigation there? 16.
You kind of go and ask around like some of the other servants if like there's somebody around here that's like you said, keeping track of like this sort of information and stuff. They said the only people that's probably here with that sort of information is the ones that's with the court members, and the other ones who might, or the other ones who should have knowledge of that stuff would still be in the capital.
Okay. Well, I'll arrest them tomorrow then at the ceremony. Or after the ceremony, I guess. Anything you guys want to do?
Maybe we should buy Alec a new burger since I ruined the last one.
That
Fair.
I don't
makes-
have any gold though.
I have money.
So do I.
Let's go find that vendor again.
Oh.
Correction, I have 10 gold.
Yeah, you
Poden,
did
do
this
you
today.
want a
In
book?
a book?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's something I use to read, and now I know how to read it, and I've already read it like
I can read. Some of the other tribes people who were in the dungeon
10
with
times.
me locked up for an entire century taught me how to read characters that they would draw out of either their own blood or dirt.
Alright. That's totally not grim.
Why would it be grim?
It's
That's not the
blood.
worst thing.
It's
I mean,
not.
at least they're using blood. At least they're using their blood and not like their intestines.
Oh, some of them, their intestines did come out, but normally those ones died within a few hours.
Alright. Anyway. Fuck. Guess we're just gonna go unless you. Yeah. Nice.
So did your fungus like eat away at them then, or is it just like
No,
did you tell it not to eat them, or was it something that it
no,
just
it
does?
slowly grew on me over the years, and eventually sometimes someone would die and the fungus would start to eat them. But it kept me alive.
It was just like making faces on the side of the nigga.
I see them. That's okay. Oh, that's not
I'm gonna
too
go.
bad.
Like, it goes into her little room again. It's like,
Did-
I'm just gonna go. If you need me, I'm here.
Did you like ever run low on food and you got to eat each other?
No,
Oh,
I did eat the
I guess.
fungus that grew on the walls. They told me not to, but I ate it.
Um, as you guys are kind of like walking around trying to find like vendors and like ask this information and stuff. Um, okay. Let me mark something down so I don't forget it.
I'm probably the youngest currently living Furbolg.
Okay.
Maybe not for a while.
Um, you guys start to feel this huge tremor,
No.
and like everybody's feeling it, and you all start to feel this heavy pressure. Um,
I just look at the. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
you don't see anything. Nothing like else really changes, but you guys do start to hear this laughter, kind of what feels like it echoes in the sky for a moment before it kind of settles back to quietness and this tremor tends to stop.
I'm gonna send a message to Lucian, like an actual like a sending spell. I was gonna be like, okay,
At
are you
the
gonna do something about that?
at the same time you're sending that as well, you're getting a message, and I'm not going to attempt it. It is insanely fast.
Nah.
It sounds like somebody just yelled at you in your head.
Did I make out what was being shouted at me?
Make make an intelligence check, and it has to be above a 15.
I have a 14 lying around. My intelligence is a 5, so that's a 19.
Okay. It takes as you sent that message, and it's like simultaneously you got that back. Lucian responds to you as you're trying to hear this, like trying to picture what was this, and he responds back, "Where are you guys located?"
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out the other message that I get.
It takes you just a few minutes, and you're kind of like you just like bent down. No, you wouldn't be like that. You'd pull out some paper and you'd like try your best to like write it out. Um, it's you're not able to tell who it came from,
Mm.
but it's saying we need help. Demons everywhere.
We need help, demons everywhere. Like, it just says that like out loud. Oh fuck. And then I go respond to Lucian. We're here. Where are you? Like, I describe where we are.
He'll give him 1 minute, and it's like as he's even responding, you can see like or kind of like hear the sound of somebody pouncing from roof to roof as he's just darting his way, and then he lands like solid with a not like almost like a little nice cloud poof, And he just lands and he's just. I honestly am not sure, but that is the feeling I do not like.
No, I got like a message from someone. We need help, demons everywhere. So I don't really know.
The only time I've really felt this is when your witch lady from the capital became something bigger. This, what I felt. Actually, wait, what am I rolling? He actually has something. That's even worse. Okay. As he's just. This is the presence I haven't felt. I don't think in so long. Something's not right.
I mean, did it happen on the material plane? Did it happen here? Where did it come from?
And you can see like he's trying to trace it in his eyes of what this is. And no.
No here or no material plane?
No as in
Neither?
I think we're fucked. I think that's a Titan.
What Titans demons then? I sent a message to the capital. I'm like, what fucking Titan deals with demons?
He's trying and he's trying real hard trying to remember all of this and it's just he doesn't say a thing and he just like leaps up on top of it and he seems like he's booking it to somewhere.
Yeah, I just sent like as he's doing this, like I just sent a message to the library on the material plane again, which I need to roll for because it's not on the same fucking plane. I'm cool. It's fine. So Lucian told something about a Titan. What Titan deals with fucking demons? Or what happened? Do you know? Because didn't the library say it was on like different planes or something?
Yes.
I
In a weird way, you didn't have to roll.
Oh yeah, I know. I just realized that. I just realized it didn't. But then, as I said, as I was continuing on, I was like, wait a minute, I don't need to roll. He's like here as well.
He responds and he's just, well, kind of starts his rambling a moment. He names off a couple, but they all are still within the realms as far as he is aware. But there's only one he can think of that could be loose. And okay, yeah. He'll say, and through all of this rambling, I don't know if she still goes by that same name. Could be possibly changing, and it slowly gets faster, then slower, faster, and slower, and he's just like, but it's the one that served Morgoth.
Of course, fucking is.
The last name, one second. The last name I have on her was Medusa.
Oh, fuck.
Really nobody.
I also asked him like, what's happening? Does he know what's happening?
Through his enchanted sensing that just allows him to bullshit everything. He just states that at this current moment, the Southern Kingdom has been like within like a couple of weeks has been just getting hit by demon raids. And they have slowly worked their way northward and he says he's fine though.
The last couple of weeks.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, or is it just she just listen? You see how she's like zoned out, and she just like repeats the important parts, not the rambling parts. But she repeats the important parts.
Some parts of the rambling, like he's stating, like, "Oh, I've seen that demon before," in terms of like the race or whatever. And he's just like, "Ah, that one sucks. Oh, there's a lot of the. Oh, that's gonna suck."
Um. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go start sending like normal messages. Like he needs to be in range, but I'm just gonna be like, Lucian, get the fuck back here.
What's the range on that?
120. So it's not gonna I'm just gonna be like walking around.
The-
No, I have higher level. I have higher level spell slots. I'm a fucking dipshit. I just use one of my higher level spell slots. I just be like, hey Lucian, get your ass back over here. I have information.
I'm currently
Exactly, and
looking.
there's-
I'm currently looking for the information. What do you have?
Yeah. Let's send another one. Get your ass back over here so I can explain it.
This time he's not hopping, but he is at a decent pace now, coming back to you.
Okay.
What
So
do
I
you
did-
have?
So, you know about the library in Witchspine, right?
Yes,
Yeah, but like sort of buddies. Like he likes to rant to me about things.
of fucking
Anyway.
course.
Anyway, he told me that that a titan called Medusa's like used to go by the name Medusa's probably loose. That's like the only one he can imagine is loose. And apparently the Southern Kingdom has been hit by demon raids a lot in the past few weeks. So I think we're cool here in that sense, but the material plane is very much not cool. Also, I think we need to go make haste on freeing Barnaby from these Shadowfell creatures so we can go back and, we don't leave a mess here as well. Like, solve one problem at a time, as we've been doing all this time.
Couldn't we just go to a third plane and leave it all behind?
I mean, we could, but that's not how we work.
That's not how we're doing things.
No, exactly.
All right.
We don't stick our head in the sand, sadly.
I'm going to go and help control the crowd as they were panicking. As everybody had felt that.
Well, you can tell them that it's material plane at the moment, so.
Well, I'll make sure the other council members know about this. I think it's quickly tomorrow we will have the ceremony early, get it over with. And then we'll try to.
Why not have it tonight?
Unfortunately,
Probably
there's
a lot of
certain, not precautions, but
preparations.
preparations we have to follow. This is not something that you just tell somebody and they just become that like you do in the material plane. This is a little bit more bound and tied, sort of way.
But I thought any spoken deals in the Feywild were special.
Yes. And this isn't necessarily a deal. This is something that can only really be bestowed upon by a higher, like another court lord.
I'm just glad to have you talking to me. When we first met, you were refusing to.
I'm slowly realizing why I still.
Refused.
Also, you're breathing in my friends.
I just look at Lucian. It's like, so let's get this realm sorted out. And then we just you know how we work. We solve one problem at a time. Solve this problem. Solve the next problem.
Does a 17 hit you?
Me?
Yes.
Let me look. I'm not actually sure.
Probably.
17.
Did you just get sucker
my
punch?
It is my exact armor class. Yes.
Okay.
You get
Take
sucker punch.
take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Tom,
I have a
12
question,
punches
DM.
of
Do you know if
damages.
my HP is 65 or 75? Because I have two separate numbers on my character sheet.
What do you have?
It has 65 in the hit point maximum and 70. We have not fought combat with this character yet.
You should be at 75 then.
So 65 is my max then?
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
about that. So, okay.
We'll go with it.
Back to the other thing. So yeah, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage,
Mm-hmm.
8 points of lightning damage.
Ooh.
As you just eating dirt about like a good solid 10 feet as he just nailed the shit out of it. And he's just
All right,
sorry.
pretty good.
Now, what?
I mean, like now it's more like what we need to do tomorrow. We start fucking up some fucking shadow creatures and get Barney out of this fucking pickle. I have a part of him with me if we need to find him. I don't know how that works, but I should be able to find him with it.
What do you mean
Maybe.
you have a part of him with you?
It's complicated.
This sounds like a I need to know kind of complicated.
So he gave me a part of him to keep with me at all times, but I haven't had it out in a long time because they wanted to have it. So I was made sure that they could never get it. It's complicated.
Why did he even give you a piece of him? Like
We met a long time ago.
whatever.
Personal, okay? It's personal, okay? Like, I don't know.
He stops.
Is it?
Did he give you a gift? As he's
Technically, yes.
I'm sorry.
Technically.
I'm physically looking this way like I'm staring at you, but it would be a little bit easier if I just look
mean,
this way and stare at you.
It's fine.
Um,
Technically, yes. Why?
what gift did he give you?
A part of himself?
Like what? I
I
need
tried
you
to
to be extremely. Need you to
I
be
tried to
extremely
s-
specific here.
It's like an owl.
Arissa.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you, and you can see like this very serious tone that's coming back. The one that you've seen before.
Mm.
What did he give you?
I'm
When
not kidding you. An owl.
All he gave you was an owl, nothing else.
There's like things really hard. Think so. Unless he did something I didn't know about. Open's own backstory right now.
Open's backstory.
Hold on,
Open's
let
backstory.
me pull out my
What
book.
Gets a nosebleed.
I guess it's just that.
Oh, she's okay, I think.
You can tell he seems to be very annoyed because it's like he feels like you're hiding something. And he's just, we're going to discuss this later on. I need to quickly tell the rest of the members.
Yeah, it's only the owl.
And he quickly takes off.
Okay. Well, this is awkward.
So did he give you anything else? Were you lying?
No, I wasn't lying. Not that I'm aware of.
Can you ask the owl if he gave you anything else?
You can make a deception check.
What? Healing
25.
spirit?
You're even decepting yourself.
I only have a +4, so
Like
I
Arisa
can't
has like
even beat it.
like Arisa has like literally like she has this like you know what you do when it's so far ago that you forget about something and you replace memories with other memories because that's how you want to remember it. And like Arisa is like only the owl. Like that's what she's been telling herself for so long.
Can I meet
Oh.
the owl?
I mean, I think I'm gonna take it out when all the people are around us. I don't know what's gonna happen if I take it out, and I'd rather have a bunch of powerful fey creatures around us to help us if something bad happens.
So,
Does that make sense?
what are you guys doing at this moment? Everybody seems like the crowd around you guys seems to be slowly like, getting their nerves kind of down a little bit. You can see some are kind of like pent up as they're like questioning. There's murmurs and talks all around, like trying to figure out what's happening.
Wait, how
Hmm.
long has the leader person been missing here? And how long ago was the last time you summoned your owl? Are they about equal in time?
I haven't saw my owl in months.
How long has the guy been missing?
I don't know. Did he
Time
did he
works
tell us?
different between the two.
Did not say when he's been missing, but he did say that when uh the Lion Clan got to the capital, he tried to find Barnaby, but was told that he already left. And
Okay,
the
but that. Mm.
and the idea was that what he was told was left to go to the Ka Alanar, and so he assumes he went there and then something happened, but he's not sure.
Okay, but that's after, or like just around the time that Ali came to us. So I mean, should be. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't say anything for sure. I mean, it would be kind of awkward if the reason why he isn't here is because I kept the owl away.
Yeah. If you summon him at the ceremony and boom, there he is.
I mean, that would be. I mean, that would be way too convenient. And nothing in my life has ever been that convenient, so I
It
don't
would
think so.
also be funny. Or if you go to summon the owl and you've lost the ability to now because he's gone.
That'd be super awkward as well. Regardless, we'll find out tomorrow, right? You're like we're always like this, always like the person who makes people think the worst things.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we sleeping tonight?
Same place yesterday. Or
Yesterday we slept out
Ye-
in the middle
yesterday,
beneath
the last time we were here. The last
We
time we were in
slept
this
in a
place. I just
slept
realized.
in a room.
It felt like we were just gone for like 5 minutes again. Let's go.
Or that we
Just-
were gone for like 3.5 hours.
Hmm.
So you guys head back to your rooms.
Hmm.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything in particular
Uh,
before I state?
I'm gonna. What? Let me see.
I was
Who would've
wondering why you
said
said
I
that.
would
Who
have used
would've-
that
That's
healing
specific.
spirit to heal back to full. DM.
Do what?
I would have used the healing spirit to heal back to full. So I would have just been walking back and forth through it.
That's fine.
Who would have sent me that message? Hmm.
The mean lady who hates my grandfather, maybe?
No, she can't send message.
Sabura.
It's Sabura, Basira, or what's her face? Cypher. But since they've been going up north. Okay. I'm just gonna send to. Let me roll dice. Basira. Was it you who sent me that message? Also, how fucked are you guys? We're trying to fix things here.
You provided this message.
Or just play some elevator music at the end.
Okay. This is funny. So you're not gonna get anything back for a while. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you this.
Ah,
He's
motherfucker.
dead.
No.
Okay, whatever.
You know it
Oh
connected.
no, she's sleeping.
You know it connected, but there's just something that feels weird about it. Is all.
It's gonna come back in like 5 hours, and you're gonna get like 1 word per hour.
So
It's gonna come really fast, like all in one go. Anyway, yeah, let's go.
to make it simple, if you get a message, yeah, it's going to be extremely fast. For them, it's going to take forever to hear this whole message.
Unlucky.
So, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So, kind of like, not necessarily in the middle of the night, but as the night was getting close, is everybody just like chilling in their own rooms, or like what is people doing?
I'm just probably going over 50 million Doom scenarios in my head, so like I was just sitting there like fiddling probably with things. Reading her spellbook over and over and over, even though she knows exactly what's in the book. You know, that kind of stuff.
I feel bad for knocking on her door then.
can do it anyway. I mean, I'm not stopping you.
Hey,
You, you don't know. You don't know what she's doing.
Are you doing okay in there?
Mm, not really. Pretty stressed out right now.
Are you gonna try and summon Barnaby?
Not
Well,
now.
not big Barnaby, little Barnaby.
Yeah, I'm gonna try tomorrow.
Tay,
Anything you want to ask me?
as Arissa's like answering to you, Tay is silent for a moment. And then
Hello?
as you respond, it's just, how about that conversation now? As Lucian came behind Tay and just kind of like stared at her to move so that he can go with what he had business with.
She doesn't want to talk to you. She doesn't want to talk to you.
I don't think that is an option she has.
Okay.
What are you, the
Like, I'd
doorkeeper?
Yeah, not usually, but if I have to be, I can. For
Do I hear them like conversating outside?
Do you want to be the doorkeeper at this moment?
maybe I feel like being a doorkeeper at this moment.
I would like for you to try.
Tay, why are you not responding? Hello?
And if
Hello?
you do anything, I'll break your legs.
Are you walking away?
Hmm.
Oh, you're just standing
I'm
there?
standing by the door. I'm gonna stand by the door.
In front of the door or by the door?
By the door.
Okay, by the door.
As you kind of just step to the side, and he's just like, we'll see how far you can break anything. Arissa, we have that
Yes?
talk we still need to do.
I mean, you can just open doors not locked.
How about you come with me?
Okay. Like, closes the book, opens the door. Yes?
Let's go. And he kind of
Okay.
starts heading out.
I'll just follow.
Okay. He doesn't say anything, but he kind of leads you to this other building. It's not necessarily too far from the one that you're in. But as he gets to it, you can see he does kind of like pull out a key and opens it. As it swings open, he just walks in. He's just, come on.
Okay. Yeah, I just follow.
All right. You walk in and he shuts it. And, he points over to a table that's kind of like it looks like a living area. This looks like a house.
Mm.
And he points over kind of to this table and suggesting you to sit.
That's it.
And he's just, first off, once again, I want to say thank you for helping me
welcome.
in those challenges. I know you did pretty much everything, and turns out my instincts to asking you guys for help paid off.
You're welcome.
You and your group are very capable beings and full of interesting facts.
Mm.
Which is back to the same topic. I need to know everything that you have talked and dealt with Lord Barnaby. I need to know every single thing. If you tell me the truth, I can explain why. But I have to know.
It is gonna be really awkward for me. But fuck it. I mean, who am I? You know. And she's just like rattling off exactly what has been happening as far as she remembers. Like, I hope you're ready for a while. And don't judge me. You know what I can do. He just started rattling off the entire story as far as she remembers it.
There's as he kind of paces a little bit, but he's genuinely listening. He's not interrupting you. He's just listening to every single detail. There's sometimes he'll say that part again because he's like trying to listen to everything detailed. And as you just kind of go on about things, there's some things he's just like skip. Like I don't care about this. Keep going. And then when all of it, when you're like, that's it. He's just, you can see like he's trying to process everything that you've said to him. He kind of like as he kind of like goes and he walks over and like picks up a glass, like a cup or whatever. No, it's not a glass. It's kind of like just a clayish like cup. And he kind of tosses it to you, like sporadic, like almost like without notice. If you'll make a what would it be? What and just make a just make a dexterity check, trying to see if you can catch it.
Oh, catch it. Okay.
Or what are you going to try to do? As you see, he just tosses the cup to you. It's not like it's flying at a Mach 5, but
okay, so he's not trying to hurt me. I guess that's
not. It's not like he's trying to hurt you, but it caught you. It caught you off guard.
It could hurt.
Sure. Natural 20.
Okay.
You know, the luck comes in exactly where you need it.
As like you quickly like caught it like fumbling, and you can see he tosses another one to you.
I'll just go. I'll try to catch another one, I guess. Yeah, 17.
All right, and tosses one more.
I'll re-roll that with my luck point. 4. It's worse. I mean, I can't use more than 1 luck point per roll, so it is what it is. I would have done it if I could have used more, but I can't.
Okay. So you caught like the 2 cups, and you see he tosses this third one, and in your mind, like you quickly place both cups down, trying to catch this last one because it looks like it's coming for your face. To you, you've never really noticed this, because it's like this is like a type of thing that you're used to seeing, so it's like in the back of your mind, and nobody's ever said anything about it or commented about it, so you always assume it's only you. But Lucian's eyes do kind of get big just a little bit, as
no, but does he see like the changing of fates happening or something?
As you go to try to catch the cup, you accidentally knocked like one of the cups, and it's like that you caught that cup from falling, but then the other cup kind of hit you in the face.
Fuck.
But what you're used to seeing is like this very light, kind of like this yellow, very faint auroric like energy comes around you when you use your luck. And he's like staring at you, and he's just he gave you luck.
Okay. What's that? I mean, people can call me Lady Luck as a nickname, but I thought that was just I don't know why. I guess I was always lucky.
You are not going anywhere.
Okay.
And that's where we're in tonight's episode.
You need help, just yell and we'll come kill him.
I freaking knew it. I should have went with.
The other 2 people already don't seem to like him.
I mean, he can say that I'm not allowed to go, but if I want to go, I can fucking go. He can't stop me.
I feel like this is a really great moment to stop. So we'll wait for next.
No, a whole week of stressing out.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I would
No,
like.
my life's in the least amount of danger. I ain't stressed at all. I'm in another room.
I hope
You're
you
chilling.
guys that came out and joined us, I hope you enjoyed. I like that little relay challenge thing. That I thought that was neat.
Yeah, I like it.
The achievement things is the most unique part because you got to really think with those challenges. But other than that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I hope to see all of you next week. So, with that, I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.